What is up, everybody? Welcome back to more Hot Pools action here at Port Priority 8. Dude, it has been an absolute blast already. We're only halfway through the first day, and I'm having an amazing time. How are you feeling about this weekend?
I'm feeling great. This tournament is so stacked. One of, if not the most stacked tournament of the year. We got a ton of talent from all over the world coming to Port Priority 8.
Absolutely.
And we haven't had a really big West Coast tournament in a long time. Maybe the last one being Genesis, right? So that's
Yeah,
more in the beginning
exactly.
of the year. So Port Priority, a great way to close this year out. And man, we're looking through this wave C that we're about to go through. A ton of fantastic and great names. We got Leo and Tweak in this wave, right? Along with one of the players that I'm looking the most forward to watching is Kananabe. So another Fox player that could potentially outplay Slight. So in Ultimate, I don't think there's ever been a Fox player that has outplayed Slight in tournament, but this could be the first time.
You think there's a chance? You believe?
There is a chance. There is a chance. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
You're in the back
Kananabe
rooms giving him some ideas?
This is going to be the Kananabe's first time competing in the U.S. I think there's a lot of pressure and a lot of difference when you're doing that, right? Traveling outside of Japan, you got to deal with a lot of exterior things outside tournament with jet lag and all this other stuff. And the playstyle is very different. So we'll see. Fox is a character that I think can keep up with the aggression playstyle here in North America.
Whoa, hang on a sec. You said aggression. You're not in just anywhere in America. You're in PNW.
Ooh, okay.
PNW is known for one thing and one thing only, and that is camping.
Okay, got it.
Our locals go to 2 a.m. on the regular. I know because I'm there.
Dang, you're a trooper.
Yo, it's a great time, though. And that's one thing that's really cool coming in here, because you've got the slower paced meta that we see a lot internationally versus the aggro of North America. But then there's just this sub-cell that is just not that way, and I'm curious to see how the Japanese players cope with that, because there's like a little mix of the spice of the American flavor, but then it's also a little more of like what they expect to see with the flow and pacing of a match.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see PNW talent versus the world. And on top of that, we're on the West Coast, so we're going to see a little bit more of that NorCal, SoCal talent, right? Maybe some Texas, Utah, right? It's going to be a lot, and even just a bunch of Canadian players as well. So I'm really excited to see all this talent. First up, though, we got Buck versus Huevos?
I think Huevos?
Huevos, there we go.
Either way, though, my man Buck, this dude goes to my locals. And as I was telling you right before we came on the stream, this dude messes me up. I don't know how he does it with this character. He's not even the only Bowser Jr. in the region. We have multiple, and they make it work.
Yeah, I mean, Bowser Jr., definitely a character that wasn't amazing in the previous iteration of Smash, but like most characters in Ultimate got a lot of changes, and I think just changes for the better. And this character is pretty solid, has a lot of decent things. That jab is very deadly, and I mean, can't even get the KOs on the side, especially on the ledge trap. So we'll see if that's going to be a factor here for Buck.
And of course, he's got that scam factor. You know those up B combos.
Yes.
Every Bowser Jr., they're fishing for one thing and one thing only. They take you to town and city, they kill you at 30. They know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, but Yoshi, another character that has an extremely good combo game in this in Ultimate here, especially if you get that sour spot of that up tilt. So powerful here. We'll see how Buck kind of closes out and zones out Huevo from these side Bs. Okay, that armor from the double jump, going to be able to jump right through that down tilt here. The drag down, no jab lock though.
Huevos went for a read there, I think expecting the tech roll in. Buck, not giving it to him. Either way, doesn't really matter because Huevos is able to get the stock anyway. But at 110, you're at kill percent. You got to be careful, and there you go. Only 26%. That's not too much extra credit.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing about Bowser Jr., right? I mean, that spin out is going to be an option as well. So you have a lot of options from the side. You can jump and cancel it, go into the combo strings, or you can go spin out. A little bit laggier, but it's going to pack a punch. Especially, you're going to need it against Yoshi, right? Yoshi's so heavy, can be so hard to KO. Really trying to go on the aggression here with the up B.
Yeah, the momentum has completely shifted after Buck took that stock. Starting to, I think, maybe figure out the neutral situations, taking advantage of moves like that Huevos is just not ready for, and the great call out with the F smash at the ledge. And all of a sudden, talk about a turnaround. Buck up 2 stocks to 1.
Yeah, and the combination of these side Bs, I love the fairs and the bears as well, to trying to zone out Yoshi. Air-to-airing Yoshi is so important to shutting out where Yoshi really wants to start these things. And the up B set up into the edge guard, we're going to get a little bit aggressive. Already 60% here.
Yeah, 70 to 70, it is back and forth, but the big difference is that Buck's up a stock, so he's more than happy to trade. It's like the chess moves. You don't trade when you're down. Well, Buck he's swinging for the hills. He wants to clank. He wants to clash. Huevos, on the other hand, has to be so careful finding that clean opening, and all we're seeing right now are like these nairs out of shield.
Yeah, Nair out of shield, so good for Yoshi, right? I mean, just hits very low. It's a very quick area here. Up B, back onto the ledge, but a swift forwarder going to get Buck back on stage, and the defense to spin out off the Mecha Koopa. It's Buck closing out game one in a little bit of style here.
That was such a great reaction. He's like, yeah, go ahead, hit me. That's what I want. Comes out of hit stun earlier because he got hit sooner. The Mecha Koopa giving it to him on a silver platter, and then just beautiful side B to close it out.
Yeah, and I mean, what a optimal conversion there. I mean, Bowser Jr. can't really get to that location with a KO move unless you go for that spin out there. Like you said, incredible awareness coming out from Buck, noticing the trade, noticing the frame advantage he's getting from that situation and closing it out. You got to be really paying attention. Those reactions have to be on point. See if Huevo can go ahead and turn this one around. It looks like we're going to Battlefield here for this game too.
Yeah, how do you feel about this Battlefield pick? Do you think it's just for the combo game specifically with those up tilts and up airs, or do you think there's something else going on?
Yeah, Yoshi definitely has some setups with IDJ up airs on this stage, and you can even combo off the top with the down air as the finishing move, the double jump down air after the platform reset. So we'll see if Huevo has those combos on deck. I mean, Yoshi, very vertical combo game with that up air, with that up tilt as well, right?
At the same time, though, Buck also has a pretty solid combo game, and we saw that character specialization coming out, especially at the end of the last game, the way he is able to know exactly what moves to throw out in those weird, like, maybe a combo, maybe a not situations, and now the onus is on Huevos to prove that he can outplay on that combo game.
And I think as long as Buck is closing out these stocks early, we're going to see Buck in a really, really good position. Yoshi can be so troublesome with that weight, but a lot of these spin-out call-outs from Buck, they're just connecting, right? And they are risky, so a lot of them are hitting, and when they don't hit, they are going to get punished pretty hard there, but the forward smash, not enough here for Huevo.
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. If Huevos can figure out a way to deal with that side B and not lose these stocks over and over and over to seemingly the same option, this could turn completely around the other way, because Buck, with this character, it's hard to get those raw kill callouts if you're not hitting that side B or one of those up B confirms.
Okay, the dash attack does not cross up. There is the vertical combos here. Resets onto the platform with the down tilt, tries to get the reverse command grab, but it's not going to be quick enough here. And now Buck getting back on stage, but has paid quite a bit of tax here, 80% already.
Ooh, interesting up B from Buck. I think maybe expecting Huevos to go high. Either way, Huevos did not give it to him, and now you got to land against Yoshi. Okay, good response, getting aggressive, but it doesn't matter because Huevos now covering the stage so well, just keeping Buck in the air.
And Buck getting back-to-back spin-outs here. Might be staling the move quite a bit, but not too much trouble. The Nair, it might do it. Oh my goodness. But the hammer on the way down, use the up B and just use every single part of the up B. There was so much navigation coming out from Huevo, but it wasn't enough. Buck able to still have this lead.
The coverage from Buck there was immaculate, taking full advantage of Yoshi's limited recovery options. Once you burn that double jump, you're kind of stuck. They can't just air dodge past the ledge there, so it's just a checkmate. It feels like a frame trap, but it's really not. He's just checkmated Huevos by outplaying him.
Yeah, and I love the usage of that up B. It's very similar to like a Sonic Spring, but except there's something a little bit hard, hits a little harder than the spring. So really interesting. And then you have access to that big swing being that hammer swing, right?
Yeah, that's that explosive defense we got going on there. And 165, he is still alive and trying to close it out here. There's the up B. You cannot sleep on that. Buck is always looking at that. It's always in his mental stack. And the moment you forget you're at slightly the wrong angle, he is going to punish you for it.
Yeah. If you're wondering why the players are still sitting down, if you're just joining the stream, everything, every single set, best of 5 here at Port Priority 8. So looking forward to all the amazing sets. And honestly, if you're able to enter this tournament, a ton of experience, right? Usually you have to get to a certain part of bracket, like top 128 or top 64 to get into that best of 5 territory. So not a lot of players have best of 5 experience, in tournament, but here at Port Priority, no matter what, starting from round 1, you get that best of 5 experience.
It's a very different game, and the story of the momentum with how it affects things. And we've also got another interesting piece of our rule set here. The PNW rule set that we use for all of our events for best of 5 is one ban full DSR. Which affects the stage choices a lot, I've found. Like, there's very little PS2 that we've seen in this tournament so far. I'm curious, as someone who has been to a lot of tournaments, how do you feel about this rule set?
I personally don't like DSR, but I know specifically PNW likes DSR.
Oh, PNW loves DSR.
Yes, and I actually talked to Captain L, had a long conversation with him about it. So I definitely see both sides, and I definitely get it. So, I mean, this rule set is fantastic, though. I believe it's 7 stages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I am in agreement. 7 stages is the sweet spot.
And for anybody in the venue who's not sure what the stage list is, you've got it on the back of your player card. It's beautiful.
Yes,
Get
I
your
love
pass.
that.
I love that too. We've been doing that at Port ever since day one. It's a subtle little thing that makes such a difference. Because I don't know about you, but my memory sucks.
Edge guard. Man, Buck has crazy setups with the Mecha Koopa and everything. Like you said, these character specialists really can show you what these characters are capable of. And so many times, Buck has kind of aced Huevo off stage. And even in situation where Huevos wants to go for an edge guard, Buck seamlessly reverses the situation into his favor. We saw that at the ending of game number 2.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I've always said I would rather play a bad matchup that I know than a good matchup that I don't. And Buck is showing us exactly why here. He knows his matchup so well. Dude is a grinder. I see him on the setups until like midnight every time he's at a local, trying to learn, trying to get better. Great mentality out of this man too. And look how far that's bringing him in this matchup right now.
Yeah, I love that point. I mean, if you don't know a matchup, that's probably the scariest situation to be in tournament too, because you're on a timer. You're not grinding with this individual for 1 to 2 hours. Like, you just, if they win 3 or you win 3, whatever happens first.
You're just getting hit by stuff and like you don't know what's going on. Like, well, I didn't know he could go that way. How's that possible? What else isn't possible right now is how on earth is Buck living to 205?
Oh,
the parry down smash.
Yeah, and that situation, it didn't matter which drift because of the down smash there. Great awareness coming out from Buck.
What?
214% win. Is this Bowser Jr. gonna go down?
How did he tech that at 200 and he's still going? Huevos, please. Just take a stock, please. No, don't let it be you. Okay, we're good, we're good. We're back in this.
The Ludwig was just living for too long, man. Over 200%.
Look,
Great
I know Ludwig's stocks have been up, but these aren't the stocks I was talking about.
We tried to go for the shield break setup here, and man, an entire lead here coming out from Buck, entire stock. Tries to go for the tech chase, but just going to go ahead and show off some platform movement here.
Yeah, I like that. It was classy, you know?
Yeah.
It's always nice when you see a player who doesn't just use those between stocks and actually uses them in their game plan.
The in-between stock.
Yeah, I've been watching Quick this weekend. He is crazy with the wave dashes.
Oh, yes, and any character with a really long directional air dodge is going to look nice.
Oh, I respect it.
Wow, look at that. The down smash to outrange the stars from the ground pound there. Fantastic stuff from Buck.
Character's got sauce.
Yeah, very clean 3-0 coming out from Buck. Looking very prepared for this Port Priority 8.
Yeah, I love watching, as we were talking about character specialists, they know so many little intricate things, like just that last situation, using the down smash to outspace the stars from Yoshi. Usually, you just assume, oh, Yoshi wins this. You take the chip damage, Yoshi runs away and reset neutral. But he knew exactly what his spacing was. He was just far enough away that he was able to close it out there, not even give Huevos a chance to get back into the set.
Yeah, and I just got to say, I think the most impressive thing for me was just how Buck was able to close out these stocks. The offstage was immaculate. Look at this frame trap setup, avoiding going through all those different eggs, reversing this situation, and getting the lethal hits offstage with the combination of the upbeats, the setups with the Mecha Koopa. Buck had it all for this matchup.
There was just no escape. That's what it comes down to. You can get as many platforms as you want. Go big battlefield. It does not matter. Buck is sharking. And not only that, he's going off stage. I feel like there was no escape.
Yeah.
You're just in the blender the whole time.
Yeah, even just the neutral. Junior has one of the better up airs in the game. That forward air, also a great air-to-air tool that you can use. Very active, right? Just lingers around there. And that up air, you either get it as a combo starter from the side B, or you can just reverse the hitbox and just reverse yourself and go ahead. And since the hitbox starts behind you, you can actually have a very quick option above you and behind you if you go for that raw approach in the air. And
this character, he's got some nice options.
Yes.
Character, let's be honest, not that great. I know, hot take, right? This character's not good. But he's got some nice moves.
But he's not that bad.
Right, exactly. He's not Ganondorf. Can't sleep on him. Though even then, we were looking at the bracket beforehand. Major is in this pool, one of the higher seeds.
Okay.
And
Ganondorf,
I mean,
is he bottom 5? Is he really though? I mean, probably, but but you can still do some damage.
Yeah, he's
See,
bottom 5.
that's the fun thing
This
about
character's
Ultimate,
bad.
right? That's the fun thing about Ultimate. Even with some bad characters, you can do some damage.
I love watching Major play. He is such a character specialist, though he has been branching out a little bit. I've seen the Mii Brawler a couple of times for specific matchups. We'll see where that goes long term, but I mean, I personally love watching Ganondorf. One of my mainstays. He's always like the backup character when you're styling on your friends, right?
Yes,
You
yes,
pull
of
out your Ganondorf and just hard read 3F smashes in a row. Hope they don't know how to tech flame choke. It's just it's a great time.
Ganondorf is a very satisfying character to get hits with. So if you can get the hits with Ganondorf, well, go ahead and just pick them right up and get those hits. It just feels great.
You remember like week 2 or 3 when the tier list started to come out and people were putting Ganon in A tier?
Oh, yeah.
Or even before the game came out, when we saw like the fast fall nairs from Ganon, and people were like, it's so over. There's no way in.
It's time. It's time for the heavies.
It's over. Well, I mean, it kind of is. We got Rob, we got Kazuya. Like, there's
Yeah.
the heavies
Snake.
are getting represented. Yeah, Snake, my man, dummy thick. They couldn't nerf everything.
Man, I can't wait for the rest of this bracket, this wave C. We're already starting off with a very great set. I mean, some unique characters too,
Yeah.
right? We usually don't see too much Yoshi. I know in Japan, Yoshidora doing fantastic things with the Yoshi, but of course,
100%.
like you said, even some more obscure characters out here in the PNW area, right?
Yeah, we've got a weird character pool. If the character can camp, we're in. That's the one requirement. As long as you can time people out with the character, we are going to send it every day of the week.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, even H4 hailing from the PNW area,
Yep.
right? So I think that character, Pikachu, an amazing defensive character that can, you know, like you said, kind of run that clock and just has so much options when you are put in disadvantage with that quick attack, right? So you can essentially make the most out of every stock as long as you don't get hit by these wild swings because of how light Pikachu is, right?
Yeah, one thing that really comes into play in that kind of meta is the idea of getting the early lead, right? If you can take that first stock and then create your defensive wall and force another campy character, because let's be honest, it's PNW, your opponent's also camping, get them to approach you, you can just start to run away with games. Like the number of times I've seen H4 you mentioned specifically, H4 and JDV, they go so back and forth in their games, and it all comes down to who gets that first stock and then just runs to the other side of the stage for 7 minutes. Like, seriously.
It takes a lot of stamina to play like that, but you gotta respect it. Play to win. It's all about getting that W at the end of the day when you enter the venue.
These
got
guys
Nitro in the building. I know, so Nitro is to the right, SoCal residents here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see some SoCal versus MFA.
Yeah, MFA.
One of the higher seeds.
Yes, one of the higher seeds for sure. Fantastic Olimar player.
Yeah.
Love watching his Olimar.
Olimar is, I feel like he's in such a weird place in the meta. It's hard to put him on the tier list because he's not super represented classically. Stocks have started to come up, you know. Any of you investors, maybe get in now before it's too late. Get the Twitter combos, you know, whatever it is. But he's got so many terrifying tools, and there's so many characters that you ask, like, what are your worst matchups? Olimar is on the short list. Yeah. He's one of those really polarizing characters.
Yeah, and if you watch Ultimate, you know, since 2019, 2018 when Ultimate came out, this character was one of the strongest characters in the game. Did get nerfed pretty hard, okay? Nitro still sticking it out with the Joker. Used to play Sonic in Smash 4. MFA played Olimar during all of Smash 4, continuing on the Ultimate. Still solo mains Olimar too as well. So we'll see how it is, because right now we do see Olimar in the meta, but like Shuton and Dabuz will bring it out as more of a counter pick, but MFA more of a solo main Olimar, right?
Exactly, and he does very good with the character. I will say, I feel like this is an annoying matchup for Olimar because you really have to be careful not to get predictable with those Pikmin, or Nitro's just going to down B, start charging, and get Arsene.
Yeah, and Arsene is very troublesome, especially against Olimar off stage. I mean, okay, there's the counter there. We'll see how much purples MFA can get going here. There's a downer, the up smash. Oh, but the whistle, and maybe a little too high of a bounce there from Olimar.
Yeah, that was weird. I was surprised at that percent. I mean, he's only 70 after the hit, but now MFA doing a good job of burning this Arsene. It's about to go down if he can just stay out of trouble in this corner, and yes, he does. That's huge for him.
Yeah, now that the Arsene is down here, we got a single purple for the ledge trap here. We'll go ahead and pluck the yellow as well. Very active Pikmin here, and I love the down air. That is going to catch Nitro going for the up B to ledge there.
That was so fast. You don't often see that. People don't just run up to the edge and do that fade back down air. Okay, we saw it again. Nitro ready for it that time. The Arsene is back, but you're a stock down, and MFA is still swinging. It doesn't matter if you've got Arsene or not. This is MFA's game.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Arsene, especially when you're down. Olimar, especially starting a combo starter with the up smash from the yellow Pikmin, you get so much great combos from that, and he was able to pop the Arsene, and when you put Arsene in a disadvantage, especially off stage, very susceptible to 2 frames, but Nitro coming back with the Arsene back here, but honestly, you're looking really good if you're MFA, because this Arsene is about to go out. You might have to deal with 1 more Arsene max, and you got 2 stocks to work
Exactly. MFA is in the driver's seat right now. The onus is on Nitro to get a non-Arsene kill here. Tries to go for those down guns, but MFA so tricky in the corner. I'm surprised to see just how consistently he's managing to get around the pressure. And yeah, the up throw. I don't know if that was the hold in to die faster or what, but whatever the case. GG go next.
Yeah, GG go next, DI.
We both played bad. We both played bad.
But yeah, I mean, man, that second stock was so pivotal for MFA. Again, where Arsene is really, really liable is when you combo Arsene to about that 50%, 60%, but you make sure to end the combo, and MFA did exactly that. Went for the double up smash into the back air of fair to really push Nitro off stage where he is susceptible to that 2 frame there. And we saw the down tilts, the dares, right? There's so many ways that Olimar can throw out these meaty hitboxes near the ledge.
Ooh. Speaking of meat, finally we see that counter coming out, but you took 50% for your troubles. Honestly, countering that little bit of tick damage did nothing for Nitro there. And now MFA has not been hit and on the verge of taking a stock. Okay, opportunity for Nitro.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, especially when there's a white Pikmin on you and you go for a swing and it doesn't work out and you get reversed. You're going to take so much damage over time. The guns, what a setup from Nitro. Use the B reverse on the gun to position the double jump down air.
That's what we need to see. Take advantage of that exploitable Olimar recovery. He is a sitting duck out there, and Joker with Arsene has all the resources he needs to go as deep as necessary to close out those stocks.
And that's love the technicality coming out from Nitro there, using the gun, which is one of the stronger moves in the game. You can do so much fancy things, obviously, where there's the footstool gun and there's all the B-reverse and wave bouncing of the gun to set up these offstage scenarios. The neutral air dodge is going to get caught up, and is the up throw enough? No, the Pikmin was not blue, so it's not going to end now in the forward tilt. Nitro getting a little bit of damage, but how long will it last? Okay, another Arsene. This is huge.
Yeah, the momentum shift that single down air off stage created. However, MFA not falling prey to the Arsene shenanigans. That could have gone very badly. Instead, getting a little bit of bonus damage here. Maybe not feel like it, but you know, it's something. And now the next Arsene is already here to play.
Yeah, MFA got a huge opener with double yellow. Usually that's the better combo Pikmin, so MFA kind of dropping that combo situation there. Now the Arsene is out, though, 70%. This Arsene is about to dwindle here. Honestly, a great position here for MFA, already 94%. Get some kind of setup here, the whistle through the up air.
That's something that's been a constant frustration, where MFA, he doesn't get punished for using that whistle. So if you're not going to do anything about it, I'm just going to keep using that. Maybe you get your combo, maybe you don't. It's free real estate, and I am here to stay.
Okay, Nitro holding on to this center stage here, but MFA able to scramble on through, has a purple online here. Let's see what MFA can do with this purple. Go ahead, whistle, try to set it up, but great tether.
That was such a weirdly spaced jump from Nitro. Worked out, however, MFA rinse and repeating, untechable to close out the stock. And now Nitro, you really got to get this stock off before this Arsene comes, or you are in serious trouble.
Ooh, and the active hitbox from that forward smash, that yellow Pikmin so strong. And we see MFA actually kind of prioritize and throwing off some of the blues depending on the percent, or the reds kind of holding on to these yellows. Okay, back to the ledge here. Okay. There's the activity once again off these yellows.
The wait, the patience from MFA. How did he know? Nitro hasn't been using that very much.
Yeah, very interesting spacing here. And MFA is kind of running away with this game number 2. Nitro looking like had some control here. There's the counter, but I don't know if you're going to get another Arsene. You're going to have to do it.
My man
really honest.
He hit him with the 3 times on that counter. I respect it. I mean, it worked the 3rd time, right? However, you're going to need a little bit more than some counter shenanigans if you're going to get that 2 stocks back. And MFA, after a iffy first stock with that down air read, managed to not lose composure, brought it back, no problem, 2 stock.
Yeah, MFA seems to really lock it down in the mid-game around that second stock. Even whether Nitro has the lead or MFA has the lead, MFA just feels very comfortable in that mid-game area, and that's when we're going to start seeing that Olimar's a character that gets stronger over time. The more Pikmin plucks he gets, the more purples he gets, and purples are very, very strong in this game, right? So the more purples you get per game, generally the stronger Olimar is. So MFA really snowballing the value from those purple Pikmin in the mid-game and just is able to clean it out.
That he did, and now he is up 2-0 in the set for his troubles. It's always a privilege to watch an Olimar player who's really good at Pikmin management. Are you coming back? Barely. We saw Nitro try to scam him there. Unfortunately for him, MFA did manage to snap to ledge just in time, but a little bit of a scary start for him there. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, Nitro's got to be really careful. I feel like one thing that he took a lot of damage from in the previous 2 games is the white Pikmin. There we saw him, after the white Pikmin got attached, just fell back, went for the neutral air.
But that was an interesting scenario where Nitro got the counter on the Pikmin, so MFA just ran up and grabbed him in his recovery frames. Like, okay, you got some Arsene, here, have a grab, go off stage. I mean, he's not even scared of this Arsene. Look at this, he's boxing with it.
Oh yeah, and especially Olimar, you're so light, but like you said, just a lot of confidence coming out from MFA. Ooh, charge on the up smash here. We're gonna go ahead and dump the red, the back air from the yellow. No purple required, but here is the first purple.
And we've been here before. We saw what MFA was able to do once he got the lead in the last game. Only the 1 purple online for MFA. Gonna need to get those Pikmin started. Okay, he got 1 more, but Nitro, he hasn't been able to do a whole lot with this pressure. MFA's low on Pikmin, and he's still fighting out of the corner.
Ooh, and being able to swing outside of the upbeat
he wanted
directional
it.
air dodge. Can you get the down air? Look at the stall here. Okay, you do get back with Arsene. Okay, so this is a lot closer. I thought Nitro might have taken a little bit more damage here.
Yeah, I think MFA overcooked a little bit. He really wanted to close it out there, maybe styling a little bit, feeling himself, but you got to be careful. I mean, Nitro's no slouch, clearly. We've seen what they've been able to do so far in this set. Going to continue to give it their all and starting to put the pressure on MFA in this game number 3.
Yeah, and I feel like Nitro just not punishing too well, and even timing the forward air right when Nitro was dropping that Rebels guard. Ooh. But yeah, a lot of times we see MFA kind of go high with that up B and then swing down right afterwards, and Nitro kind of getting caught in those situations there. Can be a little tricky edge guarding characters that can go high and then swing on their way down, right?
Yeah, MFA does such a good job of using what is typically a relatively exploitable recovery to its max. However, Nitro finally getting the call out, and MFA doesn't really have any significant hitbox threats in that situation. You kind of just like, maybe he'll throw out a forward air, but you mostly have to just hope. And MFA now got to be careful with that Arsene. This is the opportunity for Nitro to get back into the set.
Okay, there's the back air, no platform tech chase, the counter.
Wrong way.
Yeah, not gonna hit in the right direction here. Tries to get the opening, MFA just playing out of the right corner, trying to stall out this Arsene. I mean, if you stall out this Arsene, it's a huge W.
Again, I feel like Nitro is starting to figure out the timing for when to use that counter. Of course, MFA has been pretty good at punishing it, even when he uses it when it's effective, but at the same time, there's situations like that that just keep coming up. However, MFA, wait, no, still alive. Opportunity, can you get back to the stage?
Bunch of damage taken here, but Olimar extremely light. If you're gonna get some kind of drag down combo, you're still living. You might get another Arsene, but the purple off stage is gonna close it out for MFA 3-0 here.
That was a beautiful call out from MFA. Utilizing those purples, this is exactly what you were talking about. The longer the game goes on, he has Steve Minecraft syndrome, where he slowly starts to build resources. Suddenly you got these purples on deck, and you can see, right there, that was a kill with a purple. Like just over and over, the blue up throw. Perfect time to have that. And then finally at the end, he got another purple throw off the stage to seal that out.
Yeah, incredible management of the Pikmin. I love MFA's usage of the, we saw a lot of high priority on the yellows, right? So great stuff coming out from just knowing how to use the Pikmin and knowing how strong they are for certain matchups is so important, right? Because if you have a blue Pikmin, maybe not the greatest when your opponent's at that lower percent, you kind of want it for that grab mix-up later on. And we just saw MFA shuffling through the Pikmin just so incredibly, and even great timing, again, utilizing that purple, again, purple here, and the purple snipe to end the game there. And even in that situation, air dodge, swing, right? MFA was in position to get the whiff punish regardless. So MFA just setting up so much great situations, because especially when you throw a purple off stage, that is a very large resource you're throwing
yeah,
away,
you
right?
have
So
to
you got to
really
make it
commit.
count.
And my goodness, at MFA, make it count. 3 games in a row, 3 stocks every single time that purple was a constant threat. But honestly, also massive respect to Nitro. Fought back super well.
Yeah.
MFA is an incredibly good player. This is early in pools, definitely the favorite to win that. And Nitro fought back, caught him off guard, like that down air, completely changed the momentum of game 2. Love to see that from Nitro. And even all the way to the end, there was still a little bit of hope there. We saw the Arsene coming out, we're like, hang on. Like this might be coming back.
Yeah, Nitro was starting to land those edge guards towards the end there. I think in the beginning of the set, MFA was able to force a lot of high recoveries and then swing on his way down and either reversal the situation or at least reset back to neutral. So towards the end, Nitro was starting to get those high recoveries and just meeting them up high with the double jump bear callouts and stuff like that, but it felt a little too late. Definitely Nitro can go back, study those VODs, and just get a lot better at covering those high recoveries and just come back stronger, you know?
I love the VODs that we're going to get out of this tournament because not only do we have this main stream, we've also got the side stream with the quad. I've shilled the quad so many times. Honestly, I'm going to keep doing it. I love the quad.
Chill it up.
As someone who is one of those guys who sits in the Discord server with all my friends, watching all my other friends, the PR players who are going and traveling out to majors, and we get to say, oh, X is on this quad, X is on that quad, and you have all these extra sets that normally you'd only see the top seeds on stream, and like that's it. And now we get to all root for them in real time. We don't just have to watch start GG data and see, did he win, did he not? It's 30 minutes in, what's going on? It must be a long set. I love that so much. And then all the VODs are saved. They're uploaded to Satellite Smash after the tournament, so you get VOD review into perpetuity. You don't even have to go watch the quad stream and like squint and try to figure out, was that a, why did my up smash disconnect? Shout out JBV on the disconnected up smash. If you know, you know, if you were there.
But yeah, I mean, quad streams are just fantastic, right?
Yeah.
There's so much matches that we don't get to see. So any way, shape, or form to really bring more of those sets to the stream, to YouTube is, you know, it's going to be a W no matter what.
Now, how long till we get the Octo stream?
The Octo stream. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if a commentator is going to, we might have to get the AI commentators on that one.
Or is that just, maybe that's just doubles quad, right?
There you go.
That would go
doubles quad.
crazy.
Doubles quad. Commentating doubles is already hard enough. I can't even imagine trying to like look at 4 different
At that
doubles
point, you just go
matches.
podcast mode. Like, what is this, Tweak Talks? How are
Yeah,
y'all doing today?
We're chilling, like, yo, okay, well, what match do you guys want to talk about?
Yeah,
like, this
for
looks
real.
pretty interesting. Like,
I'm down for it. You know, give it to me. Tempest, we love these guys. I know they're setting up the next game, always crushing it, always one step ahead of us. These guys are the best production people I have ever worked with.
oh,
hands down.
They got it.
I love
They got it
Tempest.
on lock. They're locked in. You love to see it.
And they're, honestly, they're all over the place these days.
Yeah.
There's like a 50% chance if you're watching a stream, not even in Smash Bros, just in general, it's probably a Tempest stream.
Yeah,
It's
that's
great.
I mean, that's the great thing about production. You can go into a bunch of other esports as well, and you always love to see the production crew eating. That's what I'm talking about. So Tempest is
Yeah,
out
they're
here.
eating good.
They're eating
They're
good.
eating
They're
real good.
That's what I'm talking about.
We also got a lot of tournaments coming up lately. I know we got some slides for them floating around somewhere. Maybe we'll see them later, but I'm going to show them anyway right now. We got, what, Full Bloom coming up,
Ooh.
Genesis Black, Genesis
Yes.
X, Battle of BC. So many things coming up in the end of this year, beginning of next year. Y'all already know how to search Start GG. I don't even need to say the names. Just go, you know, do that thing where you're like, sort by attendees, more than 100, and you just get like 8 majors all in a row.
Yep.
I
That's the
love
quick
that.
way to do it.
That's the easy way. Or just like, you know, browse on Twitter. People will be talking about them.
Oh yeah. And I mean, even Genesis Black. I mean, it's really sick regional coming up here on the West Coast. Really cool to see the West Coast getting even more and more tournaments, especially PNW. And speaking of Genesis Black, we got Genesis X, Genesis 10. 10 Genesises, man.
This
so
slide is
crazy to
so
think
sick.
about. So crazy.
I got the preview on this slide last night. Something about it. I love the little glitchiness. Also the Watch the Throne plug there.
There you go.
I'm excited for that
Qualifier.
as well. The qualifier. Watch the Throne's going to go crazy. I love those kinds of invitational things.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, definitely with a different kind of twist at Guild House, of course. So going to be able to spectate live. That's going to be really sick. Really excited for Watch the Throne. And also very excited for Luminosity makes big moves out in New York. Make sure to use the code YUR for $5 off StartGG/LMBM.
I always love the stuff that Luminosity's got cooking up. They've been on the rise in this scene lately, and for good reason. Luminosity Makes Big Moves is going to be an awesome event. Make sure you sign up early rather than later. And while you're at it, go check out the 8th Port shop. You see the URL there at the bottom of the screen. They're available to purchase only up through the 13th, so you better grab them now. I'm repping the Team NA, the green for PNW right now specifically. I'm not Team Latin America. This is the PNW green. It's a little confusing because they left that out of the slide. I promise.
Yeah, and I love how they're based off of just the different regions that have come here to come through. But we talked about it earlier, Tempest Stream Productions. There's all the info you guys need, the Twitter, the email, high quality broadcast, pioneering, innovating formats, partnered with the teams you trust.
Yeah, these guys, as I said, they absolutely kill it. So even if you're just looking for people to do your events, check out that email. These guys, their DMs are always open. Fantastic people to work with. And I'm excited now. I'm going to be a little bit biased on this one.
Okay.
I got my man Clout on the right there. That's the homie.
Okay. Coming through, and looks like Ben up against Ben here. One of the greatest Zelda players to do it since Smash 4 from Vegas. So really exciting to see some different characters, right?
Yeah, we have a couple of Zelda players locally, and they're always talking about Ven.
Yeah.
Like anytime you get into any like specifics of matchups about how the character works, they're always, well, Ven does this, and or, like check out this Ven VOD. So getting to see him in person is awesome.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Jordan Clout, my man there, he has a lot of experience in the Zelda matchup because of those in-region players. He's good friends with a couple of them.
Yeah, I mean, you said PNW likes to camp, right?
Yeah, we like to camp. Though my man does play Roy.
Oh, okay.
Though shadow boxing is a kind of camping, right?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to camp in their face, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That's like some Fox, some Roy. Like, they're just dashing around in your face, but they're really just camping.
It's just a proximity check. He's camping tangential.
There you go. Well, we'll see if Ben can really fend off Roy. I mean, Roy, a character that is very quick, whether you want to dart in and out, you want to play that hit and run play style, or if you want to just play that Cola style of just up in your face, overwhelming,
I love watching
right?
Cola.
So we'll see what kind of style is chosen here against Ven. I mean, the Zelda specialist.
Yeah,
right?
I do expect to see the aggression because it's a rushdown versus a zoner, right? So it's the typical, can you get in before the nonsense, we'll call it, slowly but surely chips you out, and then when you finally get in, are you just going to get upbeat at 80 and die? Right, that's the game plan. You have to be really careful of being safe on shield, and you have to be really careful about the mix-ups on Zelda's projectile timing.
Yeah. Another thing is we'll see what kind of out of shield Ven is going to use. I mean, the upbeat out of shield is something you have to respect coming out from Zelda. And of course, the neutral B as well. I'm really curious to see how Ven will also edge guard in this matchup. And we'll see what kind of Phantom setups Ven has cooking. And
that was a misinput. Okay, we're good.
Dang, putting it all on the DDD CPU.
DDD CPU, I believe my level 2 ninja here, he's gonna close it out for me. Oh man!
Didn't even put it on level 9. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't even need it against Ven. Like, that's Ven.
That is wild. What a low blow. Like, yo, I don't even need to crank it up to level 9. Just the level 3 low tier CPU got you.
That CPU was so confused. He was just walking back and forth. I think he threw out one move. Like, what is going on here?
As level 3s do.
Dude just wants to know why he exists.
All right, so PS2 it looks like.
All right, yeah.
Very standard starting.
We run it back. So game 1 does go to Clout. Good stuff to him. I didn't expect it, but the intimidation, Ven just crumbled under the pressure, you know?
Yeah, and like you said, because we have DSR, not seeing a whole lot of PS2, usually opening it up with PS2, but most of the sets not having that much PS2.
Immediately we see the Phantom, but yeah, I completely agree with you. That's one thing I love about this rule set because I'm so used to PS2. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a whole lot better than Starterville. That music was, real, living through the Animal Crossing music era. So I will never complain, but at the same time, it's great to see the diversity and how that affects the matchups because you really have to think about it and how you're going to change up your game plan.
Oh, and the Phantom does body block. So Ven, knowing that, going for the wild swing afterwards. So, I mean, that unit collision, you got to watch out for.
Oh, you're in. Oh, the whiff on the Jer. And now you get up bead. GG go next. You just got to try to get in again. However, Cloud doing a good job when he does get in of continuing that pressure and making it hard for Ven to get out.
Yeah, also just reacting to those sour hits. Okay, setting up the Phantom here for the sledge trap, throwing out the dare.
Ooh,
the
good
up
timing.
speed, though.
That timing was so good from Clout. Like I told you, he knows the matchup, and the Zeldas in our region are really good at setting up those Phantom setups. And if you know how to get past it, it can be like, well, as Ven, what do I do? That was my one gimmick.
Yeah, exactly. Only 12%. Ven had quite a big lead here. Ooh, gonna bait that out. Great downer into the back air with the Waveland back here, set up for this ledge trap. Not going for the jab at ledge, respecting Ven, but now Ven has this Phantom set up, ready to go. Great get-up attack timing.
The timing is so good from Clout. He's got this on lock, and now Ven is having to outbox him in neutral, and that is not where you want to be as Zelda. Yep, again, getting past these ledge traps like it's nothing.
Coming in with the aggressive nair, gonna pick up the grab into the kick. No, just waiting. Gonna go for the up air here. Again, just holding on to center stage. Oh, I love the grab setup going down low.
This is getting scary. The air dodge. Oh, I thought that was it. And then that was so good from Ven. I love that option. Just doing it in place, knowing Clout was going in, but it doesn't matter. You get jabbed once, it's GG. And now Ven slightly down. Now Clout gets to play a little more patient.
Yeah, and now I mean, in this situation, Zelda doesn't have too many KO setups. Usually you need some kind of Phantom setup to get a KO option, maybe an up B out of shield, or you always gotta watch it when you're up against Zelda players because they'll go ahead and space that up B right above the ledge and they'll hold down, right, just so that hitbox comes out.
Did you see Clout in the player cam there? My man was reeling in-game and in real life after that kill. That's crazy. Ven caught him off guard, but the thing is, you only get that mix-up a couple times throughout the set, right? And now Clout is privy to it, and you gotta wait to use it again, otherwise you're gonna get punished.
Oh, and there's the Phantom setup, going to trump that block there. Swinging early, great down tilt into the dash attack. Ven starting an off-stage onslaught, and the get-up attack with the Phantom. That was disgusting, Ven. Oh my goodness.
The adaptation from Ven in that last stock, we saw over and over. Clout was getting up and shielding or get up attacking or something of the sort, and Ven was like, okay, I'll just grab you.
And I love that Ven used the intangibility from the get-up attack in combination with the Phantom. I'm not too sure what hit, but it was a very weird stage spike that I don't think any of us was ready for, right?
That was so well played. Yeah, Clout definitely wasn't ready for it. I mean, you usually aren't ready for those weird on-stage stage spikes. Nobody ever techs those because you're so scared of accidentally buffering a roll onto stage and dying.
Yeah, I'm assuming the Phantom hit Clout into the get-up attack, which then stage spiked him. I'm assuming that's what happened. Again, I'm not a Zelda expert, but man, whatever it was enough to close out that game one for Ven.
We can watch the slow-mo, and yeah, that's all that matters. Like you said, looking at the score, Ven is up. It doesn't matter how you got there. What matters is that you are, and now the onus is on Clout, running it back to PS2 to see if he can turn it around.
Ooh, and the Dim's fire. Oh my goodness, the Phantom slashing upwards there. It's going to be enough. Man, Ven doesn't even have to put himself off there for the edge guard. You got the Phantom, you got the homie.
Yeah, he is there for his princess, that is for sure. And now Clout he's in a bad spot. He's down a game and a stock. He needs, the tech out of the Jair. Falling up air, not going to combo at that percent. This is scary.
Yeah, and like you said, when it feels like that game should have been yours and then you lose the lead game too on the first stock, it's not a good feeling.
Yeah, though that said, Clout has a pretty good mental game. He's very good at acknowledging, like, okay, I just needed to do better here. Oh, the lightning kick! And he goes off stage!
Oh my!
Oh, wait!
Show mercy, Ven. Please show mercy.
Okay, Ven, you gotta calm down, my guy. It's okay.
If that there hit though, oh my goodness, my man Ven is out here trying to get the clips with the Princess Zelda.
Yeah, it wasn't enough to just kill him. He needed to double dip, almost brought him back just to do it again. Clout, he is in the blender and Ven is not turning it off.
Yeah, and we see the Phantom for so many different options, and once the Phantom or the Dim's fire off stage forces an air dodge, some kind of option that's not refundable, then that's when Ven goes for the commitment, catches the air dodge with the forward smash, a very solid two-stock, and Ven showcasing he's got more tricks than just the get-up attack with the Phantom.
Yeah, he certainly does. I mean, that bag of trips runs deep. He's got that that Mary Poppins bag, you know what I mean?
Yes. Endless bag of tricks here for Ven, and you got to have those because I'll tell you what, Ven makes Zelda look pretty crazy, but Zelda definitely not the highest character on the tier list. So you really have to have all these specific setups with the Phantom, with the Dimspire, and of course that Neutral B as well. Ven showcasing a bunch of different ways. Like we said, it's Roy, right? You want to edgeguard this character, and we're seeing Ven use the Neutral B, use the Side B, use the Phantom, all together to really force out this exploitable recovery.
And now, finally, in response to that, with the exploitable recovery, we've finally seen a change of scenery. Doesn't matter how exploitable your recovery is if you just die off the side no matter what anyway. This is certainly a Roy stage. He likes this a lot. I think he just hasn't used it previously in this set because Ven was, I mean, it's a long stage. Ven wants to run away, right? So it's a bit of a risk reward, but I respect Clout for trying it at this point in the set after things didn't work out. Great air dodge though.
Yeah, perfectly timed there. Gonna go for the cross-up. What's the punish? The falling up air, not gonna connect. The lightning kicks right out of shield. Setting up the Phantom on stage. Ooh, but Ven not gonna connect, and Clout getting back on the stage and finally retaliating back. Going to have the lead, and a little bit of spice with the taunt there.
A little spicy and everything nice over there. My man, a Powerpuff Girl, and he is trying to power up, but the lightning kicks keep working. I'm not sure why Clout was giggling after that one, because I think he might have gotten the wrong message.
Yeah, and Ven also taunting while setting up Phantom. All right,
yeah, okay.
Optimal.
A little taunt for taunt action here, a tit for tat.
Oh,
and an F smash.
No second taunt? No second? Okay, we're not taunting a second time.
Oh, he is.
That's too risky.
Yeah, it's too much. You don't got to double down.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's not good.
That platform with Town and City's Blast Zones, not a good combination if you want to survive.
No one goes on that platform with good intentions. If they are there to cheat you out of your lunch money.
A lot of evil things have been done on that
yes,
platform.
Yes, they have. And I am here for it. However, Ven not out of this. A little clip there, but it's not going to be enough. And another great timing from Clout to get out of the corner.
And Clout already getting 50% here on Ven. The stock lead already paying dividends so far, setting up the Phantom here. And now Clout has a lot of room to work with. Even though you want that as a zoner, sometimes if you're the fast character, you can just fade back and really utilize all of this real estate because you got the speed to do it.
Yeah, you do. And that's, like you said, just the size of the stage, it's a double-edged sword because obviously Ven has more space to work. That little micro Phantom looks so silly. He's got more space to work with. But yeah, it's like, yo, fist bump me, bro. That was nice. That was nice.
GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
The GG's Phantom.
Either way, though, Ven is back in this, but at 94, one Jarrett the ledge, another one of those F smash reads, a side B at this point, it could be over.
Okay, setting up the Phantom, gonna catch the high recovery onto the platform here. Oh, another high recovery. Great stuff coming out from Clout because Ven was covering that air dodge to ledge here. There's the parry, but a spot dodge afterwards. The fear is instilled.
He's so scared. This is the same thing we saw in the last game. He started spot dodging, he started air dodging, and Ven was punishing him for it. There we go. That's the mix-up. He got his second one in. I don't know if he's going to get a third, but the DI is just enough from Clout.
Oh, drifting back. Oh, barely getting back on the stage. Ven gets the 10.
There it is.
But the jab is the wrong way. The forward tilt closing it out for Clout, surviving in this set.
Just barely by the skin of his teeth. Clout stays alive. Yeah, my man pointing at the camera. He knows what he's about. He just did that. And he gives himself one more chance against Ven. But now, this is where the DSR comes in. Now we got the counter picks coming out.
Okay. The counter picks coming through here for Ven. What are the options, right? So I'm assuming it is modified DSR?
No, it's full DSR.
Full DSR. Okay, wow. That is extremely impactful, especially in the best of 5, right? So we are essentially going to see almost every stage played, or a good amount of them.
Yeah, we'll only see like a couple of stages that people really don't like. In this particular set, we saw PS2 twice.
Right.
Which
can be Gentleman 2 still. Obviously.
Yeah, you can Gentleman 2 whatever you want. I mean, I'm still waiting for the Great Cave Gentlemans. You ever at a local and they're just like running around on Great Cave Offensive like, bro, you beat me to do this?
I figure your region would like that.
Yeah.
You could probably get some timeouts on Great Cave Offensive.
Shout out Mystery Soul for timing people out with Incineroar on Great Cave.
Wow, you guys are hardcore.
Dude is built different.
Mystery Soul was so, I remember Priority 6, Mystery Soul really popping off against MVD, getting the upset. Amazing Incineroar player. So hopefully we get to see some Mystery Soul, get some upsets here with Port Priority 8.
Either way, we've got a fire type on the stage. but Clout is struggling right now.
And it looks like we got the single platform Hollow Bastion here. Very good for zoners. Not as crazy as Smashville, right? So maybe just a little bit better for zoners because at least you have a little bit more room to work with. But that single platform, Zelda can control so much if the Phantom's set up. And just having that platform right over center stage is so powerful.
I also feel like in those higher percent situations, having the larger blast zones means a lot for Zelda. Because like we were talking about, Clout keeps getting edge guarded and ledge trapped over and over and over. Meanwhile, he's really struggling to do the same for Ven, but he's got a lot of knockback on his moves. It's just not quite enough on these larger blast zone stages.
Holding the Phantom there, trying to throw the Din's Fire high. Another Phantom goes for the neutral beat, but look, stuck on top of this platform, and Clout has to show so much respect to Ven.
Yes, he does. He's been lapped in percent at this point. This is where Clout needs to find that kill right now. Careful on the get up! And the Phantom taking the stock, and Clout quite literally on his final life of this set. Can he do it? The back air, this isn't Town and City anymore. That's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, and like you said, these bigger blast zones really helping Ven out, especially this platform layout as well. And that situation is so tough to be in when you're up in the corner, standing on the ledge, the Phantom's already set up, Zelda's also throwing out moves as well, right? So these situations, so hard to get out of, and Ven is just so good at setting them up here. And need a lot of mix-ups.
The mix-ups in the corner, finally. The falling up air from Clout, but is it too little too late? I know I've seen quite a few Roy stocks in my day, but a counter like that is usually not how they start. Really unfortunate for Clout as Ven taking that one to the bank and once again setting up that ledge trap, 75!
Oh, tried to end the entire game there. We're definitely going to need to see something in the forward smash coming out from Clout. And you know, you can be creative with the something, but probably a forward smash. But the Knight, the Phantom coming through with the slash, and Ven with the very aggressive setup with the Phantom, then going off stage. There's so much going on in that situation, and Ven showcasing just so many different setups. Like you said, that endless bag of tricks, right?
And that bag of tricks was used so well just in the adaptation game. Because we saw at the beginning, right, Clout, he was ready for the level 1 set play edge guards, the ledge traps. He knew what to do. He was not getting hit by any of it. So Ven just started to figure out, okay, what are his timings? How is he trying to play around this? What can I do? So he started running up and grabbing when he's going for the shields in the corner. He started throwing those Phantoms off the stage, stuff that he wasn't ready for. That endless bag of tricks and that spoonful of sugar sure made the medicine go down.
Yeah, and Ven is so good at understanding what timing of the Phantom does what specific swing, right? So we saw a lot of overhead swings coming out from Ven as an anti-air, and then there's the fully charged Phantom that does the scoop and then slashes upwards, right? So Ven really understanding all the different charges of Phantom and abusing the different hitboxes where your opponent might not understand every single type of charge and where that Phantom's going to be swinging, 100%, right?
100%, except maybe the fist bump Phantom. He was
fist bump Phantom, yeah. GG's Phantom.
Yeah, we like GG's Phantom. He's our boy.
That's my favorite
the
Phantom.
Hometown hero.
That's my favorite.
He's the most
Phantom.
like me, you know?
Yeah, he holds it down, up close, really quick, you know what I mean?
He's like the dude
straight to the point.
The dude in the sitcom that's like a believable real dude, like, that's my guy. That's my guy right there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like a ton of great people showing up to port Priority 8, right?
Yeah.
Amazing competitors, amazing commentators, amazing production, and shout out to Scott and the TO team, amazing TO team bringing this all together, man. I can't wait as this entire tournament unfolds. We're going through Pool C right now. We've got a ton of great top seeds, hoping to see some of them.
Oh, we see one of them right there, yeah.
MK Leo coming through in the building. And, I mean, there's a lot of talk around MK Leo, right? Had previously the best player in the world and had, let me tell you, one hell of a streak. I don't know if any other Smash player can top that streak in terms of being #1. But seed 11 for this tournament. And if you're an old school player like me, you've been watching Smash for a long time, I want to see Leo jam it, man. I want to see Leo come back. I want to see Leo in this top 8.
I want to see Leo get back to #1 with Marth. That's my dream scenario. The Marth that was the greatest era in Smash.
All right, man. Well, I want Leo to be back, but I don't know if he can do it with Marth.
I believe he did it with Byleth. He can do it with Marth. It's Marth stocks through the roof.
All right. You're a believer in Marth. I am a believer in Marth too, but man,
no, Marth sucks. I'm gonna be real.
to solo main, I do think there are a ton of matchups where he can utilize Marth for sure. But I mean, Leo, talking about the characters that got him to where he was before, this Joker was doing such a tear. He was pretty much a solo Joker main for quite some time until, like you said, the Byleth came through, and not a lot of people believed in Byleth, right? And he really put that character on the map. I think he can do the same for Marth as well, but right now we see the Joker out.
I remember there was a time when people said with the Byleth, oh, if he loses with the Byleth, he'll just go win with Joker. And that was always the excuse. And then when the results started to fall, and he did pull out the Joker, it didn't work anymore. People had adapted. People had leveled up, and MKLeo fell behind the curve a little bit. It's just so hard when all of the eyes are on you for so long to consistently figure out ways to innovate and evolve the game and grind all those hours all day, every day. And at the moment, MKLeo's fallen off, but I believe he can come back.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, this player, insane mentality, insane grit, to have a streak of consistency as long as he did here, showcasing with the Joker here, going for the gun. And I mean, Leo definitely has, I don't think Leo's known for the technical stuff, but maybe that's something he's been trying to work on, right, to level up his game. I know there has been a lot of other players that have been kind of going more towards the technical side, getting towards that crazy punish game, right? We're 5 years into Ultimate. Some players' punish games, you get hit once and that's a wrap.
Like the pogo stick meta, right? That's been the big thing these last couple weeks. People are starting to realize, wait a minute, footstools are broken.
Oh, yes, yes. All the footstool tech coming through. I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah, consistent footstool, out of shields. Pyra's going to be a menace.
Oh, Pyra's already a menace.
Yes, exactly. Now it's going to be crazy.
She doesn't need it.
Leo doing a great job here versus Seesaw.
Yeah, Seesaw, a PNW native, playing the Incineroar, a character who has been pretty up and down in the meta. He's one of those characters that they say is like the bracket character, right?
Right.
You don't need that Ferronatus gameplay. You just hit buttons.
Well, you know, it's crazy. I'm surprised you guys have so many Incineroar players. Oh, and the down air into the up smash with the platform assist coming through for Leo. But Incineroar, a very slow character, right?
Yeah.
In a region that wants to time you out all the time, man, I salute any Incineroar player in PNW.
Rather comically, Incineroar is our zone breaker.
Really?
Yeah, it's wild. You should watch some Mystery Soul VODs. The way that dude messes up zoners in our region. And everybody's like, this matchup against Incineroar is impossible. He just down Bs everything and I lose. Like, bro, nah, you gotta hold that, bro. You're playing against Incineroar. You're playing Min. Like, come on, bro.
You're not allowed to complain.
Yeah,
you're not allowed to complain.
Either way, though, MKLeo doesn't care who you're playing because he is going in. We do go to a very small stage for game number 2, though. Seesaw definitely trying to keep MKLeo from using the space to his advantage.
And Incineroar, not the greatest when it comes to mobility, so I'm going to go ahead and shorten up the stage here. The down tilt catching the drift to the ledge here. High recovery right to the ledge. Great mix-up. Wait for 3 hits. Oh, spot dodging the last hit so you can get the forward smash. Fantastic stuff from MKLeo. Going for the down smash for the 2-frame, but not connecting.
And that's great character knowledge. Obviously, there is plenty of Incineroar representation from SkyJ that he has had to experience many a time, for better or worse. SkyJ, a phenomenal Incineroar player in his own right. So he knows what to do against, again, it's the level 1 shenanigans, like what we were talking about with the Zelda ledge trap. And now the onus is on Seesaw to step past that, to mix things up. He still has those same tools, but he needs to figure out how to use them in slightly different ways where MKLeo can't just force his will on him.
Okay, back to the ledge here. This Arsene still got a bit of juice here. Back to the ledge. Goes for the down tilt. Seesaw not going to connect that. Goes for the side B, but the roll to center stage is going to make Leo safe, but getting swatted right back out with the Nair.
Yeah, and now 104. Is this going to be enough? No, he does not get the read. MKLeo smartly goes low there, recognizing Seesaw really doesn't have any options in that situation. And now so much damage. The missed tech only goes into the F tilt, but any little chip of damage means so much for Seesaw right now.
Try to get the drag down fair, but not going to connect. Going to get a little bit more chip damage with the gun. Yeah, you can really start zoning out this Incineroar again. That lack of mobility is so huge. The spot dodge getting caught up, finally snatching up with the grab. Cross stage is still not enough. Joker got a bit of weight on him.
That was such an unfortunate situation for Seesaw to happen to get that anywhere else on the stage. It would have killed, but managed to close it out with the back air. It is not over. We just call that free rage, right?
Yes, exactly. Just farming up the rage. Tries to get that forward tilt. That forward tilt, such great base knockback in the angle. pretty messed up, especially when this win condition for Leo is going to be these edge guards. Going to go for the up air. Oh, but the counter just missing the mark. Leo with a fantastic up smash punish.
I respect it, though. Like, you've got to start making plays, making reads. It's very clear.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no, not like this. Leo, please.
Yeah, honestly, the risk reward there, not too bad for Seesaw. Save the jump, right? Sometimes you got to go for the KO at 40%. You're playing Incineroar, right?
Yeah, that's your bread and butter. Kill him at 40. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. And we got revenge. Seesaw's back in this real quick.
Uh-oh, that was a really big SD. The grab is going to disengage the revenge here. So that's a good sign for Leo, but being on the same stock, it doesn't matter what that number is on Incineroar's side because you can be in the double digits and he's going to snatch you up and you're going to regret everything.
It's all about that free rage, baby. Let him charge it up there. Yeah, a nice little bit of damage off screen. Thank you. I'm going to use that next time I grab you. And if he gets that revenge, it could be over at any percent.
Okay, there's the Nair. Great tech away coming out from Leo. Did not want to give Incineroar any chances here. Goes into the grab, not the down smash. Maybe not enough frame advantage. Maybe just wanted that more and more damage before he goes into something more committal here. The cross-up does not come out from the fair, though.
I really like how MKLeo is just not overextending. He's recognized his ability to win in neutral, and he is using it to his advantage, but now he doesn't need to win in anything because he's got the counter. The super telegraphed high recovery from Seesaw. He's been using that a lot, and I think MKLeo might have been saving the mix-up a little bit there. It's like, okay, maybe I'm not hitting you with the F-tilts, but I could definitely hit you with this.
Yeah, and the F-tilt does have a bit of disjoint, but let's just say it's a little easier to just go for the run-off double jump.
Just hit down B, just let it happen. The Tetrakarn will take care of the rest. You've seen that hitbox, right?
Yeah.
That hitbox is that's a crime right there.
Can't miss with that one.
Yeah. Can we put that on Pit Fair real quick?
Yeah.
Bro, he needs it so bad. That character's too honest for his own good.
All right, so Leo now up 2-0 in the set. Back to Smashville is the counter pick here. So, I mean, DSR obviously not going to get rid of a stage unless you win on it. Triple fair here coming out from Leo. Getting a big amount of damage, and you did not want to start the third game like that. Leo with a huge lead.
That really hurts for Seesaw because now you have to work so much harder. MKLeo taking full advantage, and he got the Arsene. Why did you go past the stage?
Okay, the revenge, bailing him out. Going to cash out a little bit. It was just a multi-hit, so not too much. Trying to maybe go for the edge guard. There is the tech into the wall jump, into the directional air dodge, into stage. Very optimal coming out from Leo, and there's the back air, Arsene and all.
Man, great stuff from Leo. Just his okay. You don't get that one though. Just his ability to adapt to these weird boxing situations where you never know where someone's going to set up. Oh, we were playing on Melee Jigglypuff for a second there. We got the bear train. 32%. He's going to need a miracle to bring this one back.
Yeah, we'll see if Seesaw can lock in and get this game number 3. Leo with an extremely huge lead here. Gonna need some big hits, maybe some big revenges. Down tilt, no, doesn't set up for the 2-frame here. Maybe Leo just too close to the ledge. Gonna get the snatch. Great damage here.
There's just not enough rage on him yet. He should have gotten hit more. That's all I'm trying to say. 87%. That Arsene is going to go away soon. That's what Seesaw needed. Just burn out that last little bit. Of course, MKLeo notorious for using the last bit of his Arsene to his advantage, and he was able to do so again. However, Seesaw, he's still got a chance.
Yeah, just really respecting the gun there, getting another neutral, resetting to ledge. Not going to go for the Nair. The tether going to be a little bit harder, but catches Leo with that forward air off the ledge here. There is a chance the up B is going to do it. Wait,
what happened? Not like this.
That was supposed to. That was supposed to win Seesaw the game.
Not like this.
And Leo with the insane SDI.
The SDI goes cataclysmic in this game. Oh, it's crazy how my round 1 has the same SDI. I don't know what it is.
Kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, so usually in that scenario, if Incineroar grabs you right at the edge of the stage at 0%, you can down throw into the up B, and the spike hitbox of the up B is so powerful that you will actually lose the game, or like you'll get KO'd before Incineroar does, right? So I'm not too sure if just maybe Seesaw messed it up, messed up the jump, messed up the follow-up, but nonetheless, went for it. And in that situation, you got to go for it.
Yeah,
right?
I do think we're going to get to see it in a second here. Maybe we can figure out what happened. I love that Seesaw tried it. I agree with you. Like, that was the win condition. He pulled the trigger. He was right. It's just, you know, Sakurai was in his DMs and like, nah, brah, like, we got to keep the storyline.
Leo SDI too strong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was so
I'm not too
weird. He
sure.
popped up. Even Leo's shaking his head like, I don't know what happened, bro. Like, GG's.
Maybe Leo did some kind of obscure DI like
Yeah,
DI in and just
he
like,
knows-
gets a weird follow-up.
That's the Leo special. He knows something we don't, right?
Yeah.
He was
Leo's
saving
got
it
the
for that
sauce, man.
moment.
So great stuff to Leo. Moving on in this bracket, I don't think it's any surprise he's had so much experience against SkyJ, right? So I feel like if you're an Incineroar player, it gets tougher and tougher every year because you're not going to catch that much people by surprise anymore, especially with the rise of SkyJ and so many other Incineroars around even NA and throughout just the rest of the world really coming up.
Right,
in
like
the
you were mentioning
tournament.
earlier, even at this tournament last year, Mystery Soul popped off.
Yeah.
Or was that 2 years ago at this point? I can't even remember.
Yeah, it was port 6 or 7.
Of course, one of those two. And then there was
think it
another
was
one
6.
where Base Mage, who was
Oh,
on screen
yes.
right now
Base
with
Mage.
SkyJ, won
Doubles,
doubles
yes.
at another port. I remember
That was a fun watch.
I was talking to them
That was a
after
fun
that bracket, and SkyJ Base Mage, they were like, yeah, I think this is a top tier doubles comp actually. Like this is just broken. Jigglypuff and Incineroar. There have been a lot of people in the region who are like, yeah, they just pick up Incineroar only for doubles. There's a lot of them around here.
Wow.
They
The
believe.
Incineroar double main.
Now this is going to be an interesting set. We got on the right, of course, Base Mage. Everybody knows the Jigglypuff. On the left, we got Edog, the Bayonetta.
Ooh, okay. So this is going to be interesting because Bayonetta, in terms of has been having an uptick, right? We've been seeing a lot of Bayonettas in Japan, in NA, doing extremely well, getting into those top 8s. I mean, Lima recently just had a hell of a run at Rise and Grind, right?
Yeah.
So really excited to see the rise of this character. This character did receive a couple of buffs throughout the ultimate lifespan, but I think for the most part was just kind of underdiscovered, right? And played not too similarly in the previous iteration when Bayonetta was stronger in
Yeah,
Smash 4.
it
so
makes sense
just took
when
some
you
time
think
to
about
figure
it,
out.
right? Like, it was the same thing with Cloud, where these characters were so broken before that
Yes.
they get nerfed into like a good, healthy state, and everybody's like, nah, this character's useless. Unplayable.
And of course the Minecraft stage.
Yeah, that's the real meta right there.
That's how we do it here in PNW.
Speaking
You
of-
see the blocks start coming through. Like,
Speaking of broken, oh, I love that so much.
yeah, we love Steve so much, actually. We play on the Steve stage, so
Yeah,
even though Steve isn't on the screen, we still have to play around Steve blocks.
Yeah,
you know?
exclusively, yeah. That's all. I mean, there's been a lot of Steve discourse over the time. PNW has never banned Steve, actually.
Okay.
We've been a bunch of, I guess, Steve haters, Steve believers. I don't know. I don't know where that
yeah.
sits.
When you ban or don't want Steve banned, it doesn't even really
Yeah.
say if you don't like the character or like the character. It's so funny.
It's very nebulous. Either way, I don't think we're going to get that variant of the stage for the real thing. Maybe we will. Who knows?
So, Jigglypuff, a character, really strong aerial options, right? But Bayonetta, with the aerial version of ABK, in my opinion, the strongest air-to-air burst option in the entire
Oh, yeah.
game, right? There's so many times where you jump against Bayo, and it feels so risky because unless you preemptively throw out some kind of move that'll beat out the ABK, it just gets to you so quick, and it's very hard to react to, right?
100%.
So you got to play outside of that range. You know, Base Mage obviously knowing that, being one of the best Jigglypuff, if not the best Jigglypuff to do it
yeah,
in the
you could say it.
business.
You could say he's the best.
The best Jigglypuff
What
to
do the
do it
stats
in the
say?
business.
Those top 100 stats of who's the best of each? I'm sure Base Mage is at the top of that.
Yeah, I can confidently say that. But, I mean, there has been some Jigglypuffs popping off in Japan as well. So, you know,
True.
always got to cover your bases. But, I mean, Base Mage just a fantastic player.
Cover your bases?
Bases, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
The other side of this, I think, that it's going to be really annoying for Base Mage is half of his game plan is forward throw you and edge guard you.
Right, and you can't
I
really do
dare
that against-
you.
Yeah.
I dare you to edge guard Bayonetta. Though I guess it is a Bayonetta player, which means they will SD at least once per set. So we've got that to look
Just put
forward
him off
to.
stage as much as possible.
Yeah,
right?
so like, if you just keep throwing him out there, he'll do it on his own.
But yeah, and Bayo is light. I mean, both these characters extremely light. We'll see if what kind of setups we got here on the side of, I mean, just Bayo kind of comboing some of these floatier characters, right? Sometimes if you get to that 130, 140% against Bayo, Bayo can really struggle to get the stock because ABK just doesn't really convert
Yeah.
into anything afterwards, right?
Ooh, but that does. Those back airs are so strong, so easy to combo into. And the first stock does go to Edog. And now you're in this space where you were talking about how Bayo can just kind of stuff out. But you gotta be frame tight if you want to do it. Not the craziest punish there because Base Mage can just float away. Beautiful awareness of the matchup.
Yeah, both these characters actually going to have a frame 1 out option for Bayonetta. It's going to be that Bats Within. And for Jigglypuff, you do get that frame 1 intangibility on the rest there. So you saw the rest actually connecting on Edog's up air, it looked like. So fantastic stuff, but it looks like Edog's still racking up this damage. And, you know, sometimes Bayo can struggle to KO, but one thing that Bayo is fantastic at is racking up that damage.
Yeah, it's those ABKs, like you keep saying, going air to air against Base Mage and doing such a good job of not just getting that single ABK, but finding ways to combo for huge damage. Gets the weight, Base Mage doesn't give him what he's looking for. No respect had here, and now Base Mage can't go off stage for the edge guard.
Ooh, but this ledge trap racking up Base Mage quite a bit of damage. Reads the ABK, but doesn't get the up smash to connect here.
Good coverage, though. The up air just keeping Base Mage up there, and yeah, eventually you're happy to trade in that situation because there's only so much Base Mage can do to you. Except that rest. You got to respect the rest.
Okay, we'll see how much. Oh, maybe able to convert off that sour forward air. See if Edog can get some more damage here. I mean, it's Bayonetta's specialty, the up B out of shield. Out of range, that drift coming out from Jigglypuff can be so hard to catch. Some of these air-to-air interactions, the parry into the back air, it's still not enough.
That was clean, though. That was so clean from Base Mage, showing that even if he can't go to his normal game plan, he has the ability to win this game, and then catches you sleeping once. The untechnical back air, no opportunity to reversal that situation, but low percent combos, Edog is going to be king.
He's going to rack up that damage. The forward air in that position wouldn't have got the KO, so Edog trying to keep the forward air fresh here, maybe for another ladder opportunity. This forward air might do it off the top. Great DI coming out from Base Mage, but you're sitting at 109, paid quite a bit of taxes on that combo.
But honestly, this is where you sit for most of the game, right? It's just to play, like, don't get up tilted. That's Base Mage's job right now. If he doesn't get up tilted, he is chilling. But he has got to spend a lot of time figuring out how does he get this nickel and dime back. He doesn't have those crazy options. Maybe he'll go for some crazy rest confirm. I feel like that may be all he's got. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there it is!
No!
Wake up! Wake up, Jigglypuff! No!
Not like this. Oh, 2 games in a row stolen from the victor by these unfortunate situations. That move is so small. Just so unfortunate to see he wasn't able to get it.
You have to be very accurate. And, I mean, maybe it wasn't even true because we talked about the frame 1 out. Maybe I'm not extremely knowledgeable in that situation, but if you're Base Mage, you saw the falling up airs come out. That's what Base Mage was going for. So, man.
Oh, I like this. I like this from Base Mage.
The Fox is coming out.
Fox. Tell me about this matchup.
So this matchup sucks for Bayo because Fox is such a fast faller that you can SDI a lot of Bayonetta's combos down and actually reversal Bayonetta to the point where you have frame advantage. This is probably one of Bayo's not so great top tier matchups, right? And we've seen Fox being very relevant because of Light throughout the history of Ultimate.
Now, it is worth noting that we do characters first, which means that Edog let Base Mage go to the stage knowing that the Fox was coming out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is historically a very good Fox stage. Obviously, the platform extensions. Fox loves to be doing those up air combos, right? So he gets to get 1 or 2 more in on this stage.
Yeah, just thank you very much. It doesn't matter if you've got a frame 1 escape. I got 2 feet right here.
I think Base Mage's character lineup, and it's crazy because I've been hearing about this Fox. So I'm really excited that Base Mage is confident enough to bring it out in tournament. I think this is the matchup you do it against too. You know what I mean? And it's just such a weird combination just because Jigglypuff and Fox are such different characters.
That jump from Base Mage was crazy.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
The fair is so good against Fox in that scenario because you're not putting Fox in the tumble, and Fox is such a fast faller. That's where the fast falliness kind of betrays Fox. But the down air, the up smash, going to clean it up here for Base Mage, 2 stocks apiece.
Yeah, Bayo's light, even on Battlefield with those high blast zones, it doesn't matter. You can get those up smashes at around 100-ish%, maybe slightly higher. However, you have to be so careful. This may be a bad matchup, but if Edog can get you off stage and get 1 read, it could be curtains.
Yeah, I mean, that's everyone's out versus Fox, right? So, I mean, whenever you talk about any Fox matchup, you want to have the edge guards on deck. But Bayo, I mean, a character that can go extremely hard off stage and even has an answer to Firefox. Most characters don't have an answer to Firefox. That witch time is going to be so key.
And that ABK coverage as well. Base Mage went for the high recovery mix-up. It looked like Edog couldn't get back in time, but he was able to ABK in. But now Base Mage turning it around, but Edog so good out of the corner, and Base Mage has not been able to get those big pressure strings off. That's kind of hard in this matchup.
Yeah, one thing I would like to see Base Mage do in this matchup a little bit more is on the ledge trap, Fox can crouch by roll and actually goes underneath ABK, and then you can up tilt or up smash on reaction.
Okay.
Fox doesn't have the best crouch, but at roll specifically, it is enough. Oh, the up air not going to be able to connect. The illusion was just a tad bit to the right there.
That was a great idea, though, from Base Mage. I like the up air there as well. It's just all of these situations. Oh, the back air! Base Mage had the read there, but he wasn't able to get there in time. So many of these openings, he's having a little bit of a Marthritis moment, just can't quite get the kill.
You got a lot of rage, though. In this situation, this is where you want to be in terms of percentages against Bayo. ABK does not combo into anything. Witch Twist doesn't combo into anything, right? So you're at a pretty good percent. You just got to avoid, and even up tilt, but that's going to do it.
Oh, the call out from Edog with the Witch Time. He's been so good and consistent with that Witch Time, not overusing and abusing it, not getting predictable, and waiting for situations like that where, like, he's going to up air me.
Yeah, and you see even Edog kind of cutting the combo short, right? Against the floaty character, Jigglypuff, the combos were a lot longer. I mean, you just got to instantly cash out at around like 20, 30% here. Ooh, not going to get the reset with the back air.
Yeah, Edog starting to run away with this a
Oh
little
my.
bit. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Damn, what a setup coming out from Edog. After the heel slide, going into the raw up air, into the double jump back air, that was so clean.
Beautiful stuff. That was like a Falco combo right
And
there.
that was the punish DI away. Like that was the correct, or quote unquote correct DI coming out from Base Mage. And what a call out, what a conversion, what a setup. Edog even showcasing, hey, I even know all the bad Bayo matches. I'm ready to go. So this Fox might not be ready just yet.
Yeah, apparently not, because Base Mage is putting it away. I think this is a stage thing. This is Base Mage's favorite stage. I've talked to him about this stage, and he has told me in the past that when his opponent goes to this stage, he's like, oh, free win.
Free win.
That's what he told me. He's like, free win. I forward throw them once, they die. Now, the difference is that this is Bayonetta.
Oh, no. Okay, you should be fine, yeah.
And against Bayonetta, I don't think he's going to be feeling the same way, right?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, we've seen some back air untechable edge guards for the most part, but we haven't seen him, like, strip the resources type of edge guards, right? And once Bayo's at high enough percent, the back air into the untechable is great, but you have to get that higher percent. And we're used to seeing Base Mage get that forward throw by edge, and that stock could be done at 30, 40%, right?
Yeah, he's trying to get Edog to commit to options, and Edog's just not doing it. He knows that he has the advantage off stage, so he doesn't care if Base Mage put him there. He's just waiting it out, recovering wherever Base Mage doesn't go, and taking advantage of just how slow Base Mage is vertically. He has to commit high or low.
Yeah. And I love Edog's usage. Oh, not again. The rest coming through, but going to get a conversion here, clean, into the forward air using both ABK, starting out with the downward one there. Yeah, that Witch Twist is so good to anti-air. And then going for these down airs, trying to get the stomp. And, oh, this back air might do it. Oh, okay.
All the Bayos have been implementing that footstool dare. Again, it's the footstool, the pogo stick meta we were talking about. These last couple weeks, all of a sudden, every Bayo in the region does that now.
Yeah, even on landing, it's not even out of shield or anything. It's just, oh, yeah. you're trying to catch my landing. Oh, and there it is, but it's not enough. This is going to be a KO. The jabs doesn't go into the force. The jabs are enough. Wow. I didn't know Jigglypuff was
You got to hold that damage, though. That flower is a little poison in there.
Ooh, okay, the forward smash, evening things up.
And not quite even. We got that 0.2%. That could be all the difference right there. You don't know.
Oh, we got a big string here. The drill's coming through.
That was a Smashville moment. You can see just how far out Edog is there. If that's like any other character, except maybe Sora or something, it's just curtains from there because Base Mage can go out, put the pressure onto you until you crack, and then just close out the stock with an air or a fair.
Okay, are we going to see Base Mage close out the edge guard here? Look at all this damage off the ledge trap. Just going to really respect that ABK to the ledge here. Usually we see Base Mage get a little bit more aggressive against all these other characters, but that ABK to ledge, such a strong option to recover against Jigglypuff. It just really shuts down that angle. The backer to send off stage here, going all the way to the top.
98%. This balloon is about to pop. But in this matchup, you can see, I think that was some SDI up there where Base Mage was able to pop out, but the back air closing it out anyway. And Edog 3-0 over Base Mage. Even forced out the counter pick Fox, it didn't matter. Took him to Battlefield anyway and took him straight into the blast zone.
Yeah, I mean, just a pretty big upset here for Base Mage. I mean, was not expecting that, and I was actually mentioning all the great Bayonettas coming into this tournament. I really would like to see a Bayonetta get into this top 8, and you can add Edog to the list of fantastic Bayo players here at this bracket.
Yes, you can. We've got quite a few good Bayos in the region. We've got Bayos coming in from out of region. Lima, you mentioned earlier, got third at the pre-local. Yep. That was great to see last night. Absolutely did a fantastic job. It was not because he played bad. It was because the Germans were just too good last night.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real.
I love the way Edog used up air, especially the RAR up air. That RAR up air into the back air was such a cool setup. Really like that. Really punishing the fast falliness of Fox and like punishing the away DI, which is the normal DI, usual DI in that scenario. Just fantastic stuff. You can tell that wasn't the first time Edog was fighting Fox.
No,
sure.
it was not.
That was really cool because that's a matchup that is pretty tough for Bayo.
And you could see how differently he played in the different matchups. You were even pointing that out mid-set, the way he was ending combos early versus when he wasn't. And with the Jigglypuff having to respect the rest, did get rested twice. One of them didn't kill though, so that kind of ended up working out for him. But like having to be really careful to keep things frame tight. You can't play that frame trappy will they won't they kind of game. It's just you got to be the committal one in the relationship.
Yes, for sure. And I mean, we saw even like the smash attacks coming out, a lot of trading with the tipper back air.
Yeah, exactly.
That was fantastic. I mean, there's so many times where that back air from Bayonetta got the KO, but traded with one of Jigglypuff's moves, and Jigglypuff can be pretty hard to get off these juggles, right? Because so much great air mobility, so much great air acceleration. You got the 5 jumps, you got great hitboxes to land with. But
yeah, his character's annoying.
Fantastic precision coming out from Edog.
And as we already mentioned, Base Mage, the best to do it with that character. So if you can beat Base Mage, you can beat any Jigglypuff. I do know Edog has some experience with Jigglypuff in the region. We have Coda, a Jigglypuff from around here.
You guys got all the weird characters.
Yeah,
no curveballs here in PNW,
I told you, if you can camp with it, we got it.
No curveballs allowed here at PNW. You gotta come right with the standard.
We got
a
duck hunt on our PR. Like we are wilding with it. We're doing cans out here, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like a really good character if the region just loves Cam, because it's like one of those characters where, okay, I got some range stuff, but I also have something that blocks your range stuff.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
It's the unintentional regional counter pick.
Okay, so we got MVD stepping up to the stage with Big J here. Got Greninja versus the Snake. 2 characters we haven't seen yet in this block.
No, we haven't. I mean, we do have a lot of snakes in the region. MVD, not from our region.
Top tier zone. Oh, so you guys play the top tier zoners too, huh?
But that's, yeah, exactly. We got the top tier zoners in the region. They are terrifying. Even JDV has been messing around with picking up snakes, so you better watch out if that happens.
Ooh, okay.
So that means that people like MVD coming through our bracket really they can't take advantage of lack of character knowledge. Everybody knows how to play the snake minigame at this point. Right. So it's down to his fundies, his ability to mix things up in ways that people aren't used to.
And having that range, I mean, somewhat like a tether grab. I don't know if it's considered a tether grab, but Greninja's got a slow, longer range normal grab, I guess.
Yeah, it's a weird like mix. It's almost like Lucas's tether.
Yeah, it's in between, I like to call it. Trying to cover multiple options on that tech chase here. MVD taking a bit of damage, but nothing Snake can't shake off here.
Absolutely, and the footstool into the C4, probably trying to combo that into like an up air or something. You know, the typical shenanigans from this character, but Jovan, Big J, so good at keeping this Snake, just keeping him from setting up his shenanigans, and that kill?
Yes, if you are doing any type of special move and you get hit by any kind of like wind box or water push box, it'll actually push you even farther. So MVD was on that Cypher and might have flown a little too high to the sun there.
Man, Jovan there, so just aware that could even work. It wouldn't even occur to me to try that. So I guess that's why he's on the stage right now, right? That's why I'm just back here talking about it.
He's in winners, all right? He's in winners.
Yeah, he's in winners.
Against MVD here, and you're going to get this really early lead. Now, about to lap MVD in percent, you've really got to make this game count. You really got to close this game out if you're Big J, because MVD, a player with so much experience, right?
Yeah, this is the momentum swing. This is what Jovan needs to give himself that early advantage, give himself the counter pick advantage with the DSR one-ban rule set. that could be super beneficial in the Snake matchup, because Snake definitely, he has some preferred stages and some preferred buttons like that up tilt. That's always going to work. I feel like it doesn't matter what percentage you are. If you get hit by that up tilt, it's over.
Very quick, very snappy here. And Snake is just one of those characters, especially on the ground. You have a ton of great options when it comes to those tilts. They're so quick. They're so efficient here. And Jovan, getting the double down tilt into the forward. Still not enough here. Tries to do it again and catching MVD going high. You gotta watch the Hydro Pump.
I can't believe that happened twice in one game. I think MVD he's so used to being able to go up there. I don't think he's really played a Greninja who would pull this against him. That's beautiful play from Jovan.
Yeah, Jovan doing an incredible job here, really punishing that. I mean, a lot of Snakes, like you said, like to go for that option, right? The double jump right into the Cypher immediately. Just let me get out, just get away from this edge guard situation and force a juggle situation where I have that B reverse grenade as an option here. Ooh, okay, but MVD not taking too much damage from Jovan here. Only 64%, which is not that much for Snake. You can still get away with trading a lot here.
And the forward airs as well. I'm loving that spacing from Jovan. And now the up tilt drag down. Oh, he picked up a grenade accidentally there. That's so unfortunate for Jovan. He had a beautiful read, trying to rinse and repeat. No drag down that time, but he's far enough ahead that he can afford to miss that.
Yeah, but you got to be careful. Snake can get just a couple of stray hits, and all of a sudden you're an up tilt percent. That leg is very powerful here, getting the kicks off. Setting up the C4 on to this left platform here. Can you close it out, Jovan?
You had to be so careful. Manages to get the parry, but watch out for that up tilt. But you're unsafe, my guy, into the forward air, closing out game one up against MVD. You can see the crowd cheering in the background. I don't know if you can hear them on the stream, but they are ecstatic for their boy right now.
Yeah, and I even mentioned, even when Jovan had that huge lead in the beginning, I was like, can you close it? Because Snake is just one of those characters, especially because we play with 3 stocks, you can really crawl your way back into so many different games.
Yeah, he's a nickel and dime kind of character.
Yeah, I mean, you just have so much durability, right? So it just takes so much to get rid of the stock. I mean, even though Jovan was very efficient, right? I don't know if Jovan's going to get another game where you get 2 Hydro Pump kills off the top. I don't think that's going to happen again.
I agree. However, maybe he's got other options for when MVD goes low, right? Like, there's a reason MVD's going high.
Yeah, good point.
I'm very curious to see what he goes for in this game number 2. However, MVD, he does not want him to get a chance to do it. The 0 to death. What a response from MVD in this game number 2. Same stage, doesn't matter. He is in it to win it.
That was crazy. He got the C4 explosion to connect, and then off the hit stun from that C4 explosion, got the stick, and was able to set up for the next scenario, just kind of skip the beat there, and then was able to get the second C4 explosion off the sticky there. Amazing stuff from MVD, and we'll see now what MVD does with this stock lead.
Oh, he goes high again, not as high though, and now Jovan getting the damage, but if you're MVD, you take that. Get back to stage for a free 30, yeah, that's fine. Good trade.
Yeah, not even in the triple digits here. Like we said, Snake, a very durable character. Can take a lot of damage. Oh, the charge coming out from Jovan there. We actually saw the grenade breaking out of that up smash before, but since we're on the platform like that off the get up attack, that was just a clean sweep coming out from Jovan, evening up the stocks here.
That was so good, and the timing so pristine. Like, when you're in those high pressure situations, it's so easy to drop that. Yeah. I know I've dropped that.
Yeah, there's so much going on, especially in the tournament. But the sour hit of the up tilt there, I guess it doesn't matter. It's powerful all around.
That move is better than the entirety of Ganondorf.
Yeah, just up tilt?
just up tilt.
You can play Snake up tilt or Ganondorf.
Yeah,
Which one are you
Snake
doing?
up tilt.
That's the character.
Catch me walking around doing my splits. If you see me stretching after bracket, that's why.
Oh man, the directional air dodge to ledge here. And now Jovan down an entire stock, taking so much damage. You are going to need a hell of a stock here to bring it back. You're going to have to take this one first, though. Gets the dash attack, the forward air, not going to connect. Great defensive DI coming out from MVD. Okay, the Nikita.
Okay, I kind of like that.
Maybe a grenade missile?
It's interesting.
Forward tilt, and oh my goodness. You're just running out of options at this point here. Got to get through the minefield.
The forward air. The shields just trying so hard to parry each other with those brief little shield pops. And eventually, yeah, it was just the war of attrition, and if any character on the screen knows the thing about war, it's going to be Snake, able to close it out in a close 2-stock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, high percent on the Snake. I mean, again, Greninja is that combo character, is that character can get a little bit of momentum and take it to be an entire stock, right? Just really speedy, really like that combo-esque character, but we'll see if Jovan can really get these stocks, right? Because that first game, you got 2 Hydro Pump KOs off the top. That was, again, I don't know if we're going to get that again, so now you got to do it for probably the rest of the set the good old-fashioned way. Get the forward air while Snake is on the Cypher, try to get these edge guards, try to get these juggles. Looks like we are going to Town and City for this counter phase.
At the same time, like, yeah, he's got to work for those kills now, but if you throw out the first stock of the last game, he got 0 to death.
Yeah.
It was a last hit outside of that. So there's,
yeah.
like, there's hope for him. This is not over for Jovan. He's showing his prowess. He was able to get a legitimate clean kill in that last game to almost make it even, just wasn't able to close out the second stock, and I feel like that's going to be a big part of this. Not can you rack up damage on MVD. Everybody can hit Snake, but can you kill him?
Right. That's the main thing. Grenade. Okay, low recovery here. Uses the Shadow Sneak, gets the tech. MVD back on stage, sets up the grenade here, but Jovan able to get the forward air after the down tilt is still not enough.
Bro, I love the energy in this venue right now. Every time Jovan gets a hit, the venue is popping off. The forward air not connecting, but it doesn't matter. The frame trap, that fast faller privilege getting used to perfection by Jovan.
Yeah, Jovan hit so many KO moves over and over again. Still was not enough with the classic double up smash back to back here. Not enough shields in the tank here for Jovan.
Trying to space out with that shuriken is Jovan. However, I don't know if you want to be playing that kind of spacing game against Snake. Also, watch out for that C4.
Okay, this down to this combo. Able to pull out the shield just in time. That Greninja Nair very safe on block here. Ooh, okay, I like the intangibility from the throw there. Use the dash attack, forces defensive option here. Look at all this damage, look at all this momentum.
Ooh, this is getting scary. Jovan's starting to figure things out. He's got so many weird mix-ups now that MVD was not prepared for. Going up high? No? Okay, nothing happens.
It's hard to see that platform on the landing there, but the forward air does connect. Barely surviving once again is MVD with the grenade insurance, but it doesn't matter. The forward air will pull through.
And now Jovan on the precipice. He could potentially go up 2-1. The crowd cheering his name right now. 91% on the second stock. He may still have a little bit of life left in him.
Yeah, Jovan doing a great job. There's the whip punish, the drag down. You're not going to get the complete drag down there. There's a grenade set up, going to just disengage with the shurikens. All this chip damage matters so much here for Jovan. Tries to get the timing mix up, but the spot dodge through the dare?
Yeah, sometimes it happens. I'm surprised that the whiff grab before that didn't get punished, but eventually he was going to drop the stock. It was just a matter of how much extra credit he would got. Is it enough? Can Jovan close this stock out, or are we going to see a repeat of the last game where he was looking real good and then MVD started to bring it back?
Okay, the down tilt not safe, but you roll to the left, and MVD sweeping the legs, Cobra Kai style, to end game 3. Now he's up 2-1.
Well, my man got killed at it. It was 60 before the hit. You know how I said Town and City, no one takes you there with good intentions.
Well, and the thing about that specific setup too, MVD caught the really early side of the ledge roll, so that means Greninja was DIing to the left there.
Yeah.
So even going to get KO'd even earlier for Jovan there. So
that stings. He had it. It was so close. But that's something MVD and Snake players in general tend to thrive in. Those situations where they know you're panicking, you're stressed out, you need to get this final kill, and they just start pressing buttons, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because that was the one option that Jovan could pick to get KO'd.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you're going to get KO'd rolling or doing normal get up there. So unfortunate, but MVD knew what to throw out to end the game right there, right? So
it's an interesting,
hats off to him.
It's an interesting mental rock, paper, scissors, right? Because on the one hand, for MDP's perspective, this is the only thing that'll kill, so I should just go for this. But then you could also think, well, what if Jovan's thinking, well, that's the only one that's going to kill, so he won't expect me to go for it, or like so he's going to go for the other one.
We didn't really see MVD pull that out yet either. So
yeah.
really, oh wait, survives this time. It's going to take a bit of damage, which is completely fine if you're Snake. Oh, wait, doesn't pull the trigger. The up air off the top, though. I don't need Hydro Pump to get you off the top.
And first kill once again going to Joven, but we've seen this before. We've seen this 3 games in a row. Just up tilt him right back. I don't care if it's Town and City. That move is strong.
Yeah, the classic here coming out for Snake. Always the tried and true gets the job done, along with these grenades to rack up the damage to get to that point. Down tilt not going to connect, catches the air-to-air with the neutral air. The chain kicks doing so much. Joven not getting too much damage. Hasn't really gotten an opening that really makes it count just yet, but hops right on over. Still MVD covering everything with that dash attack.
Yeah, MVD is looking mighty comfortable now. Just the nickel and dime of those grenades. He's forcing Joven to come in, and then he's doing things like getting these grabs. Does not get the read that time, but at 135, finally, one of those lingering aerials is able to close it out.
And if you're MVD, now you can go ahead and trade all day long with these grenades. I mean, Joven has the forward air to kind of poke away at a distance here, but you just haven't racked up quite a bit of damage. You're going to need a little bit more damage here onto the Snake. Directional air dodge to the ledge here, but the down tilt up smash not going to be enough.
His counter pick is just, it's working against Joven so much of the time right now. It's really unfortunate. It's not that I don't like the stage for him. It's just the situations that happen to be coming up, like trying to kill off the top there, are in MVD's favor right now.
And the way MVD is setting up a lot of these grenades, okay, the forward air is going to do it. I mean, just MVD setting up these grenades while recovering, so it's really putting a halt to Joven's offense off stage here. Now MVD just has to close it out with an up tilt. There's a grenade.
Oh, wait, we're back in it though. Oh, we forgot about the C4. Throughout that match, Joven was so good at avoiding the C4 pressure, knowing where it was, but he catches you sleeping one time.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
That was a tough spot. Joven had to essentially play perfect for that whole last stock. You were at such high percents. There were so many things on the menu for MVD to go ahead and close out the set. And Joven couldn't get hit by any single one. Still a very, very close set, and I really think it came down to that game 3, right? That game 3 was so close, could have gone either way there. MVD was able to close out that game 3, use the momentum, and just close out the entire set.
Yeah, beautiful stuff to MVD. Like, this dude is nice with it.
Yes, absolutely.
The way he's able to maintain composure in these situations that look like all hope is lost. He knows his win condition. He recognizes these strong buttons he has, this ability to do things like that just kind of scam your opponent a little bit. You could call it a scam, but at the same time, like, that was pre-planned all the way through. He knew his one option to kill there. He pulled the trigger. Same with that situation. He had the C4 ready. He's always got it scouted out for when his opponent's going to come through, and he does not drop those.
Oh, yeah. I mean, converts off the grenades like a charm, and I mean, there's a lot to prove here with Snake players as well, right? I mean, Hurt from Japan making his debut in North America at this tournament. So I'm really looking forward to see who's the highest placing Snake as well.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, in terms of how popular that character is in Japan, a very popular pick in Japan, right? So
yeah, for
really,
good reason.
Yeah, I mean, just a fantastic character, and Japan really loves that zoning type character, or the zoning archetype as well, very similar to PNW like you pointed out. So yeah, I mean, we could see a lot of PNWs maybe get some upsets on some of these Japanese players because they're used to that playstyle, right?
That's the dream.
That's the dream.
That's the dream.
That's
We're ready for the campers. Bring them on. We got this. 2 a.m., it doesn't matter. We're still there. We're on the other side of the screen, just having a good old time. I love, especially in those situations, you ever watch the player cams when they're like that deep? It's like game 8 grand finals reset, and they're just in there like dialed in.
Oh yeah, you gotta be.
Like on the screen, the two characters are just like sitting in their respective corners waiting, and they're like,
the time just ticks down. Eventually something has to happen.
I love watching player cams. Some of these players are so expressive. You know exactly what's going on in their head. And then there's those players that, like, these dudes should just pivot to poker. Like, there's nothing there.
Pivot to poker. Not the poker pivot.
They would kill it in poker. Then they can start telling you about frame data for how you're doing your cards.
Oh yeah. Oh man, and look at that trophy as well, right between the two setups. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Also, check out the venue behind them. This place is packed.
Yeah. Also, very fantastic location. 3-minute drive away from the airport.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
If I knew that, I would have walked here.
Yeah,
I just didn't know.
You just walk. We're chilling. It's awesome, and there's plenty of like downtown food around. You can
Oh,
go
yeah.
out and get some stuff. It's great.
There's a train that goes right into Seattle from here. It's fantastic.
Yeah, the light rail, as we call it, it's a great like. Let's be honest, America does not have the best public transportation,
Especially on the West Coast.
but like Seattle, kind of okay. Like the
Yeah,
light rail,
pretty solid,
the
pretty
light
solid.
rail puts in work. You can go all the way down to Tacoma on that thing.
Yeah, the light rail here, the BERT system in NorCal is pretty solid as well.
Yeah,
Obviously, East Coast has like New York and all that stuff.
there's a lot of people around here who just don't have cars.
Wow.
That's great.
That's how you know the public transportation is solid.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
I'm
the
not trying to
check.
play that monthly payment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like my insurance premium, I'm 18. Like, bro.
Ooh, okay. We got
All right.
Trainer versus Peach here.
We're back in 2019 right now.
Yeah, this is the Classico. We got
Watch
the
out for
base
those crown
character,
combos.
base character matchup.
I miss the 2019 meta. It was
It was great. It was fun.
like every meta has been wonderful in its own way, but there was something special about everybody still trying to figure out what on earth is happening in this game. I am a sucker for early metas. Like, it doesn't matter what
Everyone's
esport-
figuring out the
Yeah,
game.
it doesn't matter what esport it is. I will follow your game for the first like 2 months religiously, and then like, okay, I'm done. You figured it out. We go to the next one.
Yeah, so we got Twan here coming out from NorCal. Surprised we're not seeing the pit. I know had a pit phase, but looks like back to the trainer here.
But there we immediately see that Ivysaur down air threat. At 124, though, maybe you need a little more than that threat off stage because Toad is. I mean, that doesn't even need to come out. That's what I'm saying.
Great patience coming out from Twan. Going to get swatted right back out, though, back to the ledge. Ooh, got to do some maneuvers to get through all the turnips there. Chilling. Oh, and there's the forward throw.
Ooh, there you go. It had to happen eventually. Just having that extra threat in the corner means that it's going to force Twan next time he's in that scenario to commit to the option. And I imagine, let's see, Toad's probably going to wait for the option. Yep, he's just waiting.
Oh, you got to switch. Get the bonus jump. Barely making it back here, but you're forced on Zard.
Beautiful.
Not the greatest options from the ledge, and Toad going to have a fantastic punish on the get-up attack. But back to the Squirtle here.
And now you're in a hard spot, but you've got the potential to close this stock out pretty quickly here. If you can get that read, you've got massive buttons to space out Peach, who really wants to get up in your face. Speaking of which, I haven't seen those crazy combos coming out from Toad yet. I'll be interested to see if that's something that we start to see later in the set, or maybe he doesn't play that way. He's more of a fundies guy. Either way, doing a pretty good job of putting in work right now.
Yeah, up an entire stock here. Not so far lapping in percent, but doing a great job. And look, in terms of the pacing, still at 104, pretty healthy here. Another back air to rack up even more damage onto Twan, but the Razor Leap into the up air going to close things out. Looks like sticking it out with the Ivysaur.
Yeah, I like the Ivysaur here. It was working pretty well for him. Those early combos were working with the Squirtle, but you got to be so careful with this percent. That character's ridiculously light. And there we go. We're starting to see this is the kind of stuff that Twan needs to do if he wants to get back into this game. Don't let Toad get in.
Yeah, Peach a character that you give too much space, the turnips will get pulled, but I think Ivysaur can play that mid-range where you really want to keep Peach, where the turnip setups aren't too deadly here, and then you can go ahead and use that mid-range. But man, Peach coming through here. Toad with that forward air, finding its mark, getting the stock here against the Ivysaur. We haven't seen too much Zard, but now Twan bringing out the Zard. Okay, a little bit of turnip shuffling there. I heard two.
Yeah, there's a little bit of spice there, remembering, oh yeah, I got those, don't you worry. Just wait for game 2. I didn't need them yet. Now the Charizard.
Okay, switch it. Wow, not even staying with the Squirtle here. Just going to opt for the Ivysaur for this earlier percent here.
I mean, it was working.
Yeah.
Right, maybe this is what he needs. He needs to play that spacing game. Doesn't want to box with Peach, who has all of these buttons that can just send him into the blast zone, that forward air especially, and the back air that we see Toad sharking with. If he can just make that a non-issue by being far enough away, that might be his ticket back into the game.
Tries to get the cross-up roll. Oh, the nair for the air-to-air here, and we see Twan coming out with a little bit more forward airs as well, just trying to be aggressive. And on these air-to-airs, Toad landing the back air, prioritizing the center stage control, gets the grab.
That was a beautiful tomahawk from Toad. Toad has been so good with those tomahawks. Are you coming back? The weight! The Toad a little bit too slow for Toad, and now you're in a scary spot against Charizard! The forward air whiff, no!
Yeah, and Twan didn't go try to line up with the back air there. The forward air probably still would have done it, but just barely missing the mark. I say going for the edge guard definitely made sense, right? I mean, it was just so close. Forward air bear, almost anything from Charizard would have done it there, but Twan was just off by a tad bit. Toad was able to get the reversal. Honestly, great stuff coming out from Twan. Was down an entire stock that whole first game, right?
I feel like Twan had Toad at his mercy at the end there. We saw like there was no movement mix-up option to be had there. You just have to float back to the stage and pray, but somehow just slightly misspaced for that fair. So unfortunate, because that definitely would have killed.
Yeah. And I would have liked to see a little bit more Charizard as well. I mean, we saw those back airs being such a powerful tool against Peach, especially against the turnips. Your moves are just going to go ahead and trample over most of the basic turnips and just go right on to Peach, right? So Peach is also very light.
Charizard's terrifying. If you can find, where is that run-up, pivot, cancel, F-tilt that we used to see all the time, the forward airs, the back airs, these huge, powerful spaced buttons. But now we're seeing a little bit of Squirtle first instead. We'll see what kind of platform combos we got.
Okay, we'll see going into the up airs. The reset, yep, gets the back air right into the forward tilt. Squirtle going to be a lot more shorter here. Okay, going to utilize the armor as well.
Okay, there's the opportunity. This is looking pretty good for Twan. Early 67.
And this is the first time we saw Twan really stick it out with the Squirtle at least. You know what I mean? It feels like it was just a quick switch to the Ivysaur here.
Unsurprisingly, though, once he started to get a little bit higher in that damage, it was time to switch off. I agree with that. And again, the Squirtle and the Charizard have both been working. Honestly, so is all of them have been working. So I think that the issues were less so which Pokemon he's playing and more figuring out just how to beat Toad as a player, that positioning.
Yeah, Toad doing a really great job, especially finding these stocks, finding these forward airs. We've seen so much time where Toad gets these forward airs, finishes off the Ivysaur before the Charizard can even come out, right? And usually when you're fighting up against Pokemon Trainer, you have to deal with that Charizard sitting at 140, 150, and you're like, how do I get rid of this stock?
Yeah, exactly. However, Toad has not let that be an issue, doing such a good job of going off stage, chasing that Charizard down, and being willing and capable of scrapping with it in the neutral.
Ooh, the parry, but no up smash here. Another forward air coming through, and Toad, again, just surviving, not taking that much damage. Just need one final hit here. The forward tilt, a fair.
Ooh, I like the patience, and finally, the patience bears its fruit, and now we're back to Squirtle. No go to Ivysaur. This is what we saw in the last game that worked pretty well. You're heavy enough that you can stay alive a little bit, and then you have that recovery option there.
Oh, the down tilt into the forward air here. Toad now up an entire stock. Now the Squirtle is out. Maybe Twan not wanting to utilize the Squirtle with the Rage here. It's going to be a big string. You get 29%, gets the down air.
Is that it? Yes, it is!
The classic corner carry with the Squirtle into the down air 2-frame for the early stock. Great stuff coming out from Twan.
Every Pokemon trainer gets one, right?
Yes.
You get your 1% before your opponent starts respecting it a little bit harder. Or if you play a Spacey, maybe you get it like 10 times. But whatever the case, that was the momentum shift that Twan needed to get back into this. But Toad just took the momentum right back. We've got a 125 deficit.
Just shook it off. I mean, Toad was like, all right, cool, you got the stock at 40%. I'm coming back in. Was already such a master of the neutral so far in this game. Came back and just got the stock right back. Only took about 13 damage there.
Just hit him with the crown jewels. Great stuff. Using that combo game that Peach is known for, the thing that made her such a meta threat early on, the thing that broke every player's hands as they played her.
Yeah.
And then just spacing with the fair to get the stock.
Great stuff coming out from Toad. Again, the moneymaker is that forward air, right? That is the move that we see take so many of Twan's stocks, especially on the Ivysaur. We haven't Twan being very aggressive with some of these rotations with the Pokemon, just keeping out Ivysaur, even though Ivysaur is a bit hurting and fair could get the KO. We see Twan kind of stick it out with the Ivysaur, get punished for that. Usually we see some players either try to go for the Charizard, but maybe he just wants the range, right? Having that range against Peach is so important.
Yeah, completely agree. But with that range comes the need to be able to keep your opponent out. But we're going one step further. We saw Toad bobbing and weaving vertically through the hitboxes of Ivysaur. Can you do the same against this Min-Min on FD?
Yeah, FD, great stage here for Min-Min. It's going to close out, and that Ram arm is going to be a very, very powerful tool against Peach here. But Peach definitely can have this offstage game on lock as well, right? That float gives Peach a lot of options, especially with the turnip throws as well. We'll see how Twan navigates the offstage game. But that's if he's just not on stage going for these 2 frames here. racking up a bunch of damage here on Toad. Tried to get the laser as well, backing up.
Man, Toad is struggling in the corner right now. Twan has so much stage control, but there's the zone break. Toad is in. What can you do? Okay, one hit, stuck in the corner still. Toad has not been knocked out and now gets their opportunity to do the same thing back. What is the edge guard?
Going low here, just threatening with that high float. Trying to go get out of the corner with that burst option, utilizing the laser as well with the high recovery here. The Megawatt is out. So it is very clear what Twan's intents are with this Megawatt.
I love the way that Twan is just shutting down the float game now. Like, it doesn't matter if you're floating up and down and up and down. I'll just throw a Megawatt in there and you'll run into it eventually.
Okay, but there's the fair. Off stage with the turnip. Okay, just gonna snap to the ledge here, but fading back, it doesn't matter even if Toad lets you back onto the ledge, has the turnip in hand along with the Z-drop fair. What a deadly combination.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Twan, but at the same time, Toad has shown the signs that they can deal with this matchup too. Min is it's a bit of a knowledge check sometimes. If you know how to zone break, she can really struggle. But at the same time, if you're gonna get stuck on those float cancels, Twan can just stuff you out for the entire game and it feels like there's nothing you can do.
Oh, again, there's the Ram with the anti-air. Really covering so many different tech options, going for the grab, but staying safe with the shield here, going back to center stage. Twan looking like has a lot of control.
There's the fade in. Those down airs are so oppressive. You have to be so careful not to get shield poked by that. And then if you do, again, that's what Toad is in. And once Toad is in, that's where you see all that damage. You see that corner carry. And Min in the corner is not the greatest character.
Right. Okay, there's a dash attack. And yeah, Peach doesn't have too much. The fact that it crosses up shields as well, a great dash attack to have on a zoner like Min.
Ooh, there's the Megawatt. You gotta be so careful. Oh,
that's it.
Oh.
In that situation, especially off that up air regrab from the turnip, you can convert into so much stuff with Toad. Just dropping the combo there, Twan getting a second chance at the second stock.
And now the up smash. And after all that, you know, Toad had the read, just the execution wasn't quite there, and all Twan needs to do to answer back is just up smash. Catch you on your float.
And I mean, Min a very unique up smash, very, very quick, just as fast as Fox's actually, and just has that high vertical, right? And it's such a good anti-air. Plus it also reflects.
Yeah, it's a reflector. That may help.
That's pretty cool. Oh, the sheesh laser to end it with the two stock. All right. All right, Twan, I see you.
Well, sometimes you forget that exists. And it's like so many of these matchups. If you forget that one little niche piece of the matchup, the character specialist, or in this case, the character secondary, apparently, they're gonna remind you real quick.
All right, so Twan finding the answer, not the Pokemon trainer, but the Min.
Yeah, I think the Min-Min's probably gonna be here to stay. This is the first game that we actually saw taken, and I feel like it's a very tricky matchup for Toad specifically because of the way he likes to play his mix-up game. There's a lot of those mid-range float cancels, and like, am I going to come in and dash attack you? Am I going to come in and grab you, or back air you? And Twan can just shut that down, saying, I don't care what you do because you're not coming in.
Okay, big combo here going into, waiting for the tech in place as well, right into the forward air. 84 real quick ones right now. We'll see if Toad is able to get some offstage game going as well. Obviously, the biggest weakness for Min is that offstage game, right? Not having the best recovery.
Oh, the timing there, and the Ram able to send it back. That's another thing. Like, when you finally do get in, you get past the one arm, and then Twan's like, oh, wait, I got two of those. The stitch, but it got thrown away. That's unfortunate.
Okay, again, look at that Ram really controlling that space that Peach wants to float in and really get a lot of the offense going here.
Ooh, I like that fade in, but again, Twan is just so ahead of it with the up smash, and now you're getting stuff back into the corner. How does Toad get out of this loop?
Okay, the sheesh laser going a little bit too far off to the right, and you see Toad kind of have to operate in some of this higher airspace, right, and then come back down after the arms get swung here, and waiting it out. Forcing Twan to come in and get a little bit closer and personal with these nairs.
Wait, Toad is in right now, sharking with the up air. The double jump gets burned, not able to get the landing timing, but the back air might be enough. Yes, it is, because it sets up for the turnip. If you air dodge, you fall to your death. It's lose-lose.
Yeah, especially that directional air dodge coming out from Twan. But you didn't go for that directional air dodge. That situation afterwards wouldn't have been too pretty after, even.
Exactly. Okay, I like this. I was expecting to see the up B, the Justice Classic there. Every time he goes for that, the up B's coming out. There it is. Okay, we're back in business.
Tried the frame trap with the Megawatt, but it was a little too far to the right here. Now Toad getting a bunch of damage.
Look at the pressure from Toad. But the pressure right back from Twan. He's just spamming arms in his face. I feel like Toad doesn't really know how to punish that.
Yeah, I mean, even so, Toad just having such a great amount of lead. And I mean, this center platform really doing Toad a bunch of favors here so far. I mean, that final destination looked a little hard to navigate, right?
Yeah, for sure. This platform is going to help a lot. But Twan still in this. You got to work a little bit harder, though, because Toad, every time he gets in, he does so much. Pushed into the corner again against this Peach. Great get-up attack against the down air. But at 104, that forward air, it's looking at you kind of funny right now, and I don't think I like what it says.
Yeah, Twan's going for a bunch of consistent damage. Goes for the one big swing. Directional air dodge. I don't know. Oh, wow. From the depths. Great calculation coming out from Twan.
We forgot. It's a DLC character.
Yes. Got the little hops there. Watch the turnip barely skating through the feet there.
159. You're going to need a little more than a terror, but like a nair or forward air. The forward throw almost being enough. And again, forcing out the jump there. None to work with. Have to be so careful. Reads the roll into the back air. And now Toad on the precipice of taking this set.
Oh, there's the laser, and it's enough that wasn't even charged. Twan bringing it back to even here. We could see Twan bring this into a Game 5 scenario with so much momentum, but look at the custom combos going on right now, the up airs. Oh, waits for the air dodge. Great reset coming out from Toad into the forward air. No! Goes into the down tilt. Maybe didn't believe in that up air connecting. Nonetheless, the ledge trap continues, and look at all this damage.
It is still going. Finally, the misguided up smash is able to stop it, but then right away, Twan throws out one move, and Toad somehow got back in again. I don't know what kind of mix-up city this man is from, but it is working right now. All of those mix-ups, all the adaptation, the baits, the punishes throughout this set come down to one forward air. The crown jewels coming out one last time. It couldn't have been any other way, could it?
Yeah, of course, has to end it with the forward air. Toad, so good at landing those forward airs, especially to get the stock, especially to end the game, and even the set here, and fantastic stuff. And I mean, that Min Min was looking dangerous.
Yes, it was.
Quite dangerous.
Twan had a lot of great ideas there. I feel like it really just came down to the fact that Toad was able to mix up the approaches and get that zone breaking started. Because that floating in mid-range, that doesn't work against Min Min. You had to come up with a totally different strategy on the fly, and he was able to do so.
Yeah, got to float in different areas. We saw much more high floats and then coming back down, right? And just really trying to navigate around these swings. Can you get into the air and not get anti-aired by that Ram arm, right? It's going to be such a good arm against...
Or the Sheesh Laser.
Or the Sheesh Laser, yeah. I mean, just such fantastic stuff. And the edge guarding coming through. Didn't see a ton of it, but a lot of safer turn-up, off-stage pressure into the ledge trapping, right? And Toad, it's like, hey, I'm in tournament right now. I'm going to do what I'm comfortable with, even though, you know, this character does have an exploitable recovery. Just going to throw the turn-ups from afar and really put it all into the ledge trapping.
I respect that. Either way, though, this has been an absolute pleasure. I think we're about to rotate off. Shout out my man here, always killing it on the mic, Charles. I've been Lentini. You can see our socials down there if you want to follow us. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Don't go anywhere, because we got a whole lot more fantastic pools matches coming up next.